atiefo nyina ozioma adakabri ne oribo bebia
the car no aben no
yesi okwan twa asuo ena asuo twa okwan panyin ne hwan a yebo okwan betu asuo ozioma adakabri frimpong manso wagina konya bebia wu
Yamama ho na yamama tenase Yefri neat 100.9 FM so and say ye ba manaswe na enne adwadai eye obubu obusme ne da etoso aduonu enum GBK we yamama ho ni yamama tenase munguso num na munni na muntafre afoforo pedu frupe bebiada GBK we muna munni o yewo tapo Tabine
na ai ela weekend no na ministers here omo etete akonya so ba konimishia na ofa tangofo wo hawo pa o me hu se ye sawo makomfo ofa yes, so we come. Womutifunu hu pa so womuntumi nsu. Hi. Atete yankofo fam no. O kata me se kwabena. Se yesi yemilizi sika. Na yemfa nkoye adwuma wo no ni ministries. Ana se yesi sika bi emfa ha. Na ofa se oboada. Se ni die nim. Ni say nim amfa no so forget it
fafa me so enterprise
was it forget it and I say hey and one mo bre and was say yempa ne yebre na deputy minister na me say intina wo bisa wo mo hwe o mu nyama we
we need
and was say anyas anyu wo fort
we need dama
wo mu ni say
we need dama
ana ono e ka tra me say asem we kura me TV da was say we banker enti oni sika na atena santi
ohumi sika
kitwa bia nsama no
kitwa bia nsama no
tasa ne die nim forget it onsanka
GBK
hey
ye
bre enkofo bre
posa kese ye
da bi wafa enti nipa ba akofo nipa ba akofo bibia se anything money money sika ania ministers womu ye government in opposition womu branka sanka sasa sawa wanko hunu on release
debi
on sanka
debi
ania sawti wani amfano
debi babna waye ya from da Gabriel Mahmoud Osioma the otening came senior cool character kwa mafo na ono so otening kan amansa chiame a production no de panyidu kwadwo dame ado ne sine na so na major osagman esobo ne chidom abna frema bankro enso na technical production ohwe ede amayen na fe so yemfa sedama engineering group no achuagbo na worker otiaka na najare ose ne memfa nchia so nkruma na nabo ama nkwati ahene na nankwati wadaroma watena se ama na ye fe obi antime fa tu obi ama ahemfie ho ni nyina se bibia ekoso se kama taso ne dia se dama na naboache na ada sankroma so de mena ne ya ne sempro afi yem fast dance so emfa facilities group no big solo ena dada ena yaw Godfred dodo na fa ne Yubrana ena eye Mapuna DJ Bosco na Mills so ya sanmra ne sen tete na ono so ede aba be di dwuma bi na fe ni nyina emu no na yatena se a betimi a WhatsApp ye on 0506000909 0506000909 na nsema wo de ba ye nyina no wososo watimi awro de go na yakenkan ensem be na daba maso nsema daba maso a ni nyina koko wie se wose ene die immigration for ene yesi ye fanipa na ye fanipa ne yetena ase ne ye kan wada nyina kogo bank dem GCB eho ntutu eho se tum ene se ye kan jeje nkwada sika I someone conquer forms 100 cities as I say ne munsem and net ye the aqua wie ni say and kwada ni some mo ko sunlight airwork and say no susu migration mu atia double up the line ni free airwork ebebe kan 37 military hospital na kumase susu baba yara hosusu ya san sala ewo it is suampa say protocol sika majije 15,000 ini ade no it is ankwade ya double up eje na airwork intimu be fabi kwade ye jeje kumase sponsor do intimu be fabi ene ye behwe emunsem a ebesi afa ede ebeba sasu na madina mrahye bedwani Francis Sosu ono sosu ni nipa wa yi mensa de damfa o makwa akosi kwan o masem ane se ekwan ya wopom ho nyina soso eyeden enye emunsem soso eda ho a ye behwe ne yaka wo mo nkonko kasa soso ye se nkrofo bi akodi nkrofo sika eye communicators ene yakodi o musika o mo agf from regional chairman ho a oso ndo delegate you know omo nkoso subordinate no ho wonde oni hwe ka kire wo mo emunsem ebeba na George Nash a member of the National Communications team member of the NDC obeba Benjamin Aduchum a member of the communications team of the MPP and so beba ha say na before the end there and some a shakwa benabo e dey na shop
wafa ayi endem podian yes na ya duada ayi on say na watching ewie ya na Dr. Mamadou Bawumia ne maame omo ye na yie Alan ko ye ni kapa on say o kire woni ado e de kire Dr. Mamadou Bawumia
o ni ntwie ba ko na 5,000 cedis na malt na doko no a ntwie papa
nantwie baako
na 5,000 cedis
5,000 Ghana cedis
na doko
na
ensuo
okay
ni nyina na kese ode dom no ade koye international regional coordinator Yahusa na edi kwadwo matene ene Kutuma ene Abubakar Sidiki ene edom no ya asapon mu nyina di mu bi ene security sutwia ye wotonto woni na adu sai yeso om susu eye bibia om de na kọ e de na ba ama akira sem bia ni ho na Dr. Mamadou Bawumia susu eto no mu sei kama
eno na mani je pa ohu na ye na tu kama and o say reception a wo de man wo ho no no a wan we say onuado no eye aduma enye de bia na de anya nko a ne yeka eye papa nso a na yaka ne yabo na baso wo say onuado a Dr. Mamadou Bawumia de te alantemanten fa wo so na enika na we nso sade eye no yan ti pinten bia wo ho na we titafo kwese we na we nso nkofo ko hutu enu we kobo we ntutuo
we the regional chairman na wakwatete bana bi achi no watete bana na chi ni wa hwe kwa hu so no a
yeah and bibia ko so kama ya eye ni genti
na ne maame no so ebo bra osua ade maame ni sua ade be se ne ko Wesley Girls every wale
ne maame ko Wesley Girls ni high school
ai ne maame no ko primary school wo wale and ko middle school wo Tamale and o pass common entrance ne be se ne ko Wesley Girls na ofri wale Tamale pass be se ne ko Wesley Girls na timi say wo ye defo papa
na onimade
maame ni nimade papa wo ye defo pa
as a book in the omo yard
so what they won ma what they won ma no itina ma ne ba panyin say Abubakar ono so wa be pa so technical advisor at the Ministry of Interior enti ma me ne ye moma nyina de se na ne kunu so wa ben so ne da nyina ne kunu no as 1979 kura na nka PMP for epe akofa ne kunu na ba be president it is a ne kunu no sanye say adverse finding na e was so clear no at the Ministry of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice ka no kura ko no di kan be di president kanye ne say Dr. Aleman ensa kan yi
wow
aha na imoro igala na na chese PMP for no de ani buye it na imoro igala no time ebe frɛ na ebe kana sa na otos number 11 it na obeche ade no so no ye close nomination nti imoro igala wo mo tena ase no na chese wo beka asem no beka asem no na ba se sa de a yenko na yenko nkofa aye mumuni bawumia emfri tamalimra Ghana Airways na de ne ba ye Mr. J be ya Mr. J wo free kumawu ne ba J ya obeye Ghana Airways manager na owo Abidjan ona na ye manager wo Ghana Airways eye tamale enti then time no enti Mr. J na chese wo hwe ye man tentem ye buku ye ma mumuni bawumia ene somafo no etena play mu de ba enti mumuni bawumia be dru nkran 79 pe ene odimirika no call ye attorney general to no so call ye no na ono no kra de ne die ni di moro igala achi nti ne die ni di moro igala achi no na afedie wo frɛ baba igala na mumuni bawumi akache baba igala sɛ dabi ade no misumi di achi dodo nti no ana afedie de ba sɛ yensan konkofa Dr. Hilali Man emfamra edu omukokɔ tena so Dr. Hilali Man tena sese ye beka no moro igala fie enom kwatna titi saa time no papa Kofi Bacha asta books eti Kofi Bacha bufu papa we dey Kofi Bacha bufu said ye ba wumi ba na de Japan ebufu ye no e beka Kofi Bacha bufu ye kra so firi fie ho ene se kan ya na ye say e sad ya wo mo nko congress e wo Kumasi Prempeh Assembly Hall enti wo mo ko ye no eye alesegbe fie ya ne papa former minister of ni papa ejina mu bi na Dr. JWS Dugab Johnson na abenyin wono so ejina mu bi na anti Stella Donto ansan na Dr. Hilali Man eti Kumasi na omu ye bibia Dr. Hilali Man e ba ye no enti mumuni ba wumi ade waye adwuma so waye adwuma na ade kwa akiri so no a na wasan akọ said no time Northern region Yie Mahama ene di kan ekoye enti Yie Mahama nsem bi ho efa generator bi ho wo bole si generator na yemfa nkonko si tamale a ode akosi bole ana ho nsensem ba ye na kwa menkoma Yie Mahama de ne bankran ana eno ensem wada wonom ode mumuni bawumia ekoye ekokoye Northern regional minister
Yie Mahama ne ye John Dramani
Mahama ne papa nti say ye no dada bia ye to aba no a na
anokro mu sin nsem wo mu
aha nti ye to aba ne da bia na Yie Mahama no ko ono post da bia Yie Mahama nti na yendi ene ye pense bole ene bone kane so no da bia na ono ko ono post se sia no abesene ena ye se wo mo tena ase na buzia ene domo na womo ekeka bo mu nsem se deja ene se meeting wa Achimota Forest ha ena die see ye emma mumuni ba wumia sorry free meeting na se ebesene ko Kofi ba ko fie ekoka che Kofi ba ko so person ne kwa me nkruma hia to ne kwa me nkruma ko hia ye no through the instrumentality of Kofi ba ko ena kwa me nkruma etie na no asem ena satam krobodu sei ena ye interior minister ene said won ko chichiri domu ene buzia nom na ko bodi se no ankasa fred buzia ka chen so ontumri kan ko ye fense wanchi no ba wo onko twen wo enti ko bodi se na ne true ka e ko fa buzia edi buzia dwane free edi buzia across border e ko ye se kwa be nkruma sa kan ho abia kwa be nkruma kan ho abia enti sene enti ma UP for no edi mumuni ba wumi ho yaw omudi no ho yaw no te enu na kwa me across carpet
wafa no wo mu fi se we betray wo mu
mu fi se we betray wo mu across carpet no na kwa me nkroma ma no special commissioner for the reconstruction of Accra. It is special commissioner for the reconstruction of Accra no and obebe siesie nkran esisi ministries adan be pray mumuni ba wumi an be sie into owie ye no de ne call Northern region Yie Mahama free ho de ne call ye to akoye no kwansin na just assumed that time 1960 afena ne ate upper east region that na ye upper region inti assumed that any bawumia ene kabo mu eti Kwame Nkrumah so 1962 August 1 ene yakoto no so bomb ewo Kulungugu yakoto ewo atifimantem do ho yato Kwame Nkrumah so bomb tinkwalawi ti afeso ye no yiye Mahama ene Bawumia ena edi afeda no ekọ Kulungugu ekoko free nipa emi yekobo nchenku ema wo mo kan se Kwame Nkrumah yedi afeda de ama no se yakwakoye yi enti no hwe video no a ubon se yiye Mahama ene eye asumda eno mu gina eye private car no mu a ye boji wo mo so saa osi se odi efiri ho no mu a wo san edeba nti che se wo ye defo enti afa no PMP fo no so ebe pe no no a anye yie no ena odi mu saa ena PMP fo no ede no ekoye ekotena kokobod okotena kokobod no edan ya yede ma no kokobod dan no atimu no eho na John Dramani Mahama ye vice president cantonments ho yede ne kotena ye eye American embassy ho no ene yede John Mahama kokotena se afie ho eho na namumu ne Bawumia ne Mahama ne Bawumia ho na no mote as kokobod chairman no Wamumienu ene ni Abubakar
wow ena John Dramani Mahama
as vice president yede ne kotena ho
ena watena wodi president
otena di president
ena Dr. Mohamed Bawumia so na ti ho sisi a
ana tesisi a debi o si a no de ne ko eye Australia House nche ho
I want what ye
sir anti na just wono so asan kotena fia ne papa
tena I want ma baby na John tie na wan na Bawumia
de ne tesisi a no ya je dan no Africa kokobod nsem ama ye de ababa nti kokobod ajapade aje ye no eno no so hu wow eti no PNDC for no buy no na wo mu esan ebe ye chairman of the Council of State the papa de waya de papa waya de papa
wo mu ye eyi no ma ne ye kama ye bo empanimfo aye ntutu ye ni nyina ba so na wo mu so a etumi koja ni nyina nso wo mu aya de
se aye wale de eyekro kese na aye business town. In fact, Wale 25 miles from Boga. Na udu Wale I said the hodmo krano eye kamano. Why because we do Boga nesa. Don't. Enti ufri Wale no na wure mu anaje se wo ko ahinkro no mo na lerugo. So hono. Na fe no wo de ko bungrugu. Na je se ni nyina na se wo mo so wai dai. Wo mo ato aso a.
Wo mo yama ne ye kam. Yeah. Ofana aside no. Ayi bi asaba anopai
ye here
aya enele ho issue no 1.3 million Ghana cedis contract no na enkofo ade Samia Ukuba we ofantiremu kakra ne se omu ma sa contract no from June July July na sa June July no na Samia Uku and take over Samia Uku take over ye August no enti ya ade a okoto ye na okoto ye no na o concerns bebre wom enti ye fai na wom guso eye ho ntoto ye but ne ye de ama da adwumakuo no a okoyi wom papers no aba na baby a o ka sanko okoyi aba no enya hokura na okoye no ena ekwan kura sase enkefa so babedu no enya saa kwan no so na fa so ena ade a eye very sensitive say no ne ya de afrafra ne yama na krata ni bi hugu ena ma national security for ne Ghana Revenue Authority for ebe mu no enti on records no Samia Uku enya ono ena oma sa contract no aya contract ya obeto ye eno na national security for ehwehwem na ofa ya ade bia eha agene ya wa printing press wa ha eno kura brantie ya woda nimpo de sen ye ne aye de Ghana publishing
David
Asante ena eda no enti yankrata bia ye betumi a printing wa ha na security beti na ho no ade anti na sase ye de kwama no ne na obi kakra wa obenya nti okokọ print ade aba ekwan ye sase wo fa so na won fa mfa sa kwan no so ofa ya ade bia ha tene panti ye ntire mu ma etiefo nti se
awuchem na security fo de ye nye ho security for the yama obun say yeden ya na obi be bosom ya ukutire so na nkanya sa anka asem nka ho yes abem na yen enkyiremu ntime mma say asem we yehwem dadaada mu hwem dadaada nse na samia ukuba no ade na manka no ya ntie
yes
na pe na nuane say NL na chese obi tinchin no aka say samia no kwa no ya kwede ye na mani o
there be
security for we ya nyo
yeah over sami enim ho maate ya ade a obeto ye wono kura de oba ye semu nim say enema a wode tutu akwa
nye na wakwaye characters fuo ya ene wone ne maame akotena se fefefe nti ye yare se akoda we wo ye hunu se wo se ha na apese okro wo so besena ko ayi akọ ekropon abesena kwa akwachi ya wo hene akọ gala wo ekropon umi akwa kakra ye nche ni bibi kakra kapo ye nche ni bibi kakra bi oh
rade nyame esra no
security fo nye obi eno anse paabo no anse mo de mumye nye bibi kakra bi ma omamu no kan story no chronic community say ehine pa na samia okudin bam bi tobu ase na hwem pa
ono kra ni din
headline say no omotwere
national or say protecting the national purse. National security swoops on NLA.
Soups on NLA.
Soups
on NLA.
On NLA.
When are NLA penny?
Samiuko.
I think in cancer means
over alleged procurement breaches.
Strong. Yeah, security for. Oh, yeah.
What was he saying? Was the National Security Secretariat has begun investigation into the circumstances that lead to the payment of Ghana citizens. 1 million. Over a million.
And 1.3 million cities.
Okay. And 1.3 million cities to a contractor, Apollo Steel Ghana Limited, by some officials of the National Lottery Authority.
We as I know.
Some officials.
Time Bena a national security share investigation. I say, and I hear for now. Ube investigation. Wouldn't more a sika.
Yeah. Now, what
I'm not here. No, you be credit atare no.
Satam no krampo no a me didi so wo.
Santos na kind story me nti.
Okay. The Chronicle multiple sources alleged that officers from the national security agencies were at the premises of NLA last week Friday to delve into the suspected procurement breaches at the outfit.
Oba no akoye procurement bi.
Information available to the Chronicle indicates that somewhere in June this year, the NLA and Apollo Steel Ghana Limited enter into an agreement for the latter to supply 135,000 pieces of security thermal rolls at the cost of 1.3 million Ghana cedis.
Now, what's it? A year couple so called Hobby
August.
Now, if you look at church, no more winning. Oh, nipa do do send about your bossy. I kind.
Now, Atiasia.
Atiasia crowd. Yeah, security boy. And yet the cacrab account.
And no one said, yeah, no woman, they are 2 hours. And yes, Reumo. I am woman couple. And who and John Cacran.
And say, maybe a work on so no. No, into National year. And so,
what I said, Papa Bacono Coyen.
Osamia.
Osamia Coyen. Now, Chief Executive Officer be anyone, not then a woman contract. I was soon one more bra. Omuni see you be a.
Tom said, Yedi, and no ma a course who could fish me a pencil. Next after the deputy Beffy, ye bear you could have a scene chain. And no ma cost to hold when you know Macumao. Na aya finance ministry kronoa finance ministry krona
minister of finance
can oforiata aya on in charge so
na ofaya den na can oforiata menim nipa o release sasika no say ejuma omuni chief executive officer na omuma obi contract ya
kwabene asem ne nya no na wo ka no to ma ye samia wuku kapo no ane de kakra efa na ni ase uteni ho nwade nwanwa bia wode no ma na ba na wo mfa no ma ne mai Apollo fo de ba na mfa mai
wafa Apollo fo no baby a wo mu ka se enkom bekwa akọ print eniama no ekura wo mu anko print wo
no nti procurement breaches no
procurement breaches
na we ya ye de bo animu campaigns ano kwabna me anwene ho
yo
the security fo ne ya no mo ho ahomete omo ho ahomete papa ubekura no kapo kokoduru ye no wonya bibim wanya bibim so e be makakrafo ani so
David wafa ano de
can inform so a report on the same case say na inform so no ono so sika no the chronicle say ne multiple sources Emmanuel Akli and e kan sa it inform so say
award of 1.3 million paper roll contract NLA cartel under investigations operatives of the national security outfit over the weekend stormed the office of the National Lottery Authority over 1,309,000 Ghana cedis paper roll contract awarded to Apollo Steel Ghana Limited in June this year before the assumption of office by Samuel Kwabena Ewuku.
Don't say informer no. Or no dear would have the amount.
Enti ofasi when ya informer the nan kai. Now kokai ba kunwa. According to the information picked up, the national security upon intelligence decided to find out why payment was made before the supply of 135,000 pieces of security thermal rose to authority. And to a fanata say, Uncle Fono supply cry to Escano.
I said, Benakayo, Utu be media. I don't me contract into one you home while we are not sana where you made it.
Uba fire, I very bad.
What they call?
I am very bad.
What they call?
Not to say.
What they call?
Now, why crown sooner a release says he can
Miss One de Colla. Oh,
if I am in
this Uber Banania almost the same government, Mocras or Cabana. Ye race of one near the Coa. 1% a contract beer, the predecessor na sumono, or cohon. If it's a predecessor, no, why we are one no. Why is it so? Into an unconco some quay you mahuna winyare. To no person be she before frase. Into a coy no ube imedi. Not in papa fraba. Okay.
That a jet to pan and Yama Bay Rairo.
En Siaga. And your name and no my
Metrese. The Niama Ecosi. A jet to that here. Of a coffee
and coffee a agreement we. When him do a we win him do a politicians. When him do a we win him do a way. Omoya Marco, Bade Quabna, Namumia Moya Bra, Watiana. Who take a man?
What here we put here, not Dr. Mamed Baumian so can the same thing, say. Yamwana and Mebuno and your entrepreneurship. They said the Alan Tremantin. Egusu a oyen of your best Ghana mebuno say afibia mu wie school na mu be gufie afibia mu wie school na mu be gufie aduma no kura kan wo fori ata kan no kura kire mo ebi ni
na kan be ba kan na ya asafo ma afo aka
na ya asafo ma afo
no odi kan aka
but wo fa de ye enkofo ya wo ho ne say aduma no bi ni ho enso obi ewo post ewo ne maame wom ne papa wom
omo nọọsụ
ne nuanom wom
babno omo nọọsụ
but omo nọọsụ say the same thing na wom so
omo nọọsụ
enu na ya omo ya mane ya no eduma ni wo enso manya bi ade ama mo abusuafo mo nuanom mo namfofo mo girlfriends omo nyina nya duma ni bi aye
nanka millions asem ne yeken every year bia no enipa 300,000 and a job market enipa 300,000 ba job market no emu 85,000 every various universities aban no so timi fa nipa 5,000 pe
offer
enipa 300,000 no university for graduates no 85,000 it asaka saying enka your friend saying 215,000 and sana 85,000 so no aban so be fa nipa so a ofa nipa 5,000 pe kwabra wonu say migration for ya yaman kwadai sala ya yagege nkwadai sika nye kuman no wonu say migration for mo covid da ho na nyina covid intimidation for kwa adwuma once a week One call once a week.
And woman sabe feni pani bi account.
I fast be sabe feni pani bi account.
And no kase uni me fire service for so ye wo mu de.
So you mo de.
Soldier for no ko go park. And the fire service for
immigration for so yen.
So yes, ko se nipa dompa kwa peso.
Immigration for kwa adwuma once a week. Ade na process for de amom kwa adwuma once a week.
That be of a post de enye.
Na migration call once a week bosumi so ane atua na bosumi akatua ni nyina ni ama migration kwabra se be na ne meke e die nti na migration for call once a week na mo san jeje nkwala ni sikasa je ye machine kura de immigration ni bi o wagina kumase na se tufu ontimi ntumi de kamfiri ase kura nkwa atwede ano ontimi ntumi de kamfiri nkwa atwede ano no o ka che nkwa ano double up and am say double up and nkwala ni double up mi ehwe double up na ni nkwala ni double up mi ehwe wo why you say tufu and na be ka che nkwala say double up na grant de maba kwabna de na ye me ya say ohwe ntare ehhehye wo mo obi nya tade kura nhye no de abade na say na akwaba akwa hye t-shirt ya true t-shirt na kanzo ya true t-shirt man kanzo
nyame sisi adwuma sam no of adwuma sam no aya problem pa o
aya big problem na masa jim kwala sika abra wo ko Europe yetimi ye job fair na prosi fo abe pankrofo che se bra be di prosi ko Europe ya pani patcho no ma be di prosi na hade masa jim kwala sika asa mo makọ sunline e wo Kumasi sports stadium
epe
dwuma ye aden
ofe hand ni
aban say immigration for say na befa mesi kwabena kobusa immigration for ko dwuma once a week ana dia ya ne say o makọ akosi pampim wo brekum ana ka bia besena kodoma ka bia besena ko sampa bia no na immigration for na si obia na o magege wo mo do mani bu say o mo ya foreigners no o magege wo mo 20 cities sa mo gege sa 20 cities na ma hwan mo gege sa 20 cities na ma hwan free one neighbor who was near Gina Bass no yen chili nipa ba kokura se wo free French mamu na ebe nti yesad wako omugiju musika 20 cities adan ya gege di bre hwan that 20 cities no a wo musi passenger for me sunlight wo mutimi twen 1 hour 30 minutes na bus ni si won na a sunlight tintin na migration for gigiska brekum de mo kokko si pampim ye dan wa kwem kokko migration for si pampim Ajiji sika omko adwuma once a week omo ajiji sika na de omko 5 times a week wow we
ofa na ye ko ya na ye baaye ofa na me kura saadi we na matine ho amenti adentina omude Ghana Revenue Authority any customs division akabo mu no adentina omu ye no sa
oh say is kan na ye adwumako maako miensa kan ne efre baako internal revenue
internal revenue for no
na baako so ne efre no value added tax for VAT
for VAT
and na baako so ye customs enti no mu nyina na omo governing board enti governing board no sata mea menua panyine Harry Owusu na governing board na owo so efa menua na ya no obi na na ya so koye nti de ye ne so mbe maji mu nyina na one stop shop so hunu enti na omo ye ne say Ghana Revenue Authority no omo miensa na domestic taxes bia wo ma we mu no omo miensa na in charge so omo jeje de ba enti na ne no so wo ko Ghana Revenue Authority a ye wo customs division so any what domestic tax division so nti domestic tax for na ko internal revenue and na customs division so akwa customs na so mu nyina wo commissioners Inti commissioners miensa no ansa na yɛde akɔ commissioner general. The commissioner general na yɛde adwuma ni nyinaa ɛde ama Amisha Dai a wɔhwɛ so no. Anti one sent Canada moa in charge of customs. Inti customs division. Ansa na waba domestic tax or internal revenue ni ansa na waba VAT for no. So nti omu nyinaa ne ka bɔ mu a no maba bɛyɛ commissioner general. So ansa na board no chaired by Nanka Papa na ɛwɔ hɔ no ma professor as I say one chair board no
nana otuo srebo
otuo champion na so
nana otuo de nanse wodi na anniversary wo
50 years chairman of the council of state
one not the same
ono ye dwaben oman ye dase bre tuo srebo
nana I think so
no governing board no
I think so
I
am standing correction.
You should stand in correction because there's another bank be a nana otuo champion nana otuo bank ono frasanti ache mo so
okay
ono a
nyono nana otuo srebo na ye
otuo srebo dase bre tuo srebo
I think so
ono so nko betimi aye
I stand in correction
you should stand in correction ya ba check
minimum say ono
bemen professor Adeko ye no hwan ne de ama no
ebem say na ya American ya say professor Adeko de ono wa nkwa ankoboa enti well yes the same thing and the what way you know so the same thing
this time no
what tell 40 Ghana practice wo ma check nipa ne gbawure bu a wopam ni ya wani pase wo wi ase
ni mo rebu anu apam
ya wani pase wo wi ase ani ya de na kwaya da commissioner gen nipa ne gbawure bu a wopam
ana ho da and CBCC
what tell 40 Ghana practice what project
pa enkuntabu nti
wafanam me say logan ones no a ewo ho no edoso enti senka ye ma obia edi na mensini eye na duma ofanka I think say ebetumi aboa wo mu ase ukọ ho no mu a we ejina ha na went into
education any policing edo betumi ensa by say sika sika no de there be obi antimi ni sika sa because there was said transferred payments be free baby ba sika foreign affairs there be a center by policing education local governments and wait me decide say sa authority way almost school atare we ne pese ye hye teacher for ye betu omo more ye free say ye focus pese ye school ni ye na ye be ye pese ye business ye local authority ye pese ye 2000 acres of cocoa farm authority no betimi aye no wa create nyuma de ama mrante ne mabawa ho authority no ebetimi ahwe social services ahwe omo hospital ahwe bibia eno de name say tax de or say ba center na foreign affairs so ba center
ofa wada roma una watia wie ye na omulanche president kura na lanche was say clean Accra campaign
clean your frontage
clean your frontage one Zoom Lion for na akabomu a omoye ese mampeni akasaye
ma men confirm we and answer no aba governing board of the Ghana Revenue Authority no is presently chaired by Ura Otenjesi just ono na cable metal and answer only cable metal so Otenjesi cable Ghana Revenue Otenjesi omo wa board of electricity that is Otenjesi and
penny order
so no dey wonim dey I'm so called Swedru secondary school kra
wonim dey
simple okum optimist
one day wonim dey send na juma no nti
obetimi aye
obetimi
and na menua ben susu no Fio Enterprise etimobi Madam Adleda Hring eso etimobi
okay
and ken na madam waso timobi
watimbi
afa mientie de na wo
dey clean your frontage campaign no president de baye no ye nyina ye nsom na ye moa kama ufie nim wa prepra kama wadue di amfrawes gracia wadue bi wadua nia wo ho na abrochire ye wo ma na omu ye na offer a Dr. Joseph Sianwe Japan executive chairman ma Jospon groups of companies ono so describe say adwumadie no say that clean your frontage no say initiative no
a clean your frontage uti ase
offer see
he
manim
he fa
me fie anim ho me montene so me montene so yensiesie ho me potem yensiesie ho yeah offer a good initiative
so bia 1 meter e wo the fie anim
yes
esa 1 meter na wo fie anim no na se hwan na me siesie ho ma wo
yeah esa wa wo siesie wa de offer ya bestre Dr. Joseph Sianwe Japan sisi ano atumasem ho ayeden enti so far no but say yes be provide personnel Zoom lion be provide by say 85 compactors and 1,000 tricycles no mu dia support to say adwumedie and
na compactors no ma de kro
wafanya asesa sumina no ana amoa no
I said trucks no in fact 133 yo and this time around so no wa anko fa China trucks no or the Scania any
Scania na buy
Scania any DAF it is here we do Europe just or the durable trucks and na eba be ye adwuma no and the same Scania no was a baller I will Liverpool no the same Scania no and na or the best baller e wa ha because utie
of an womu say womu be training 3,500 youth say womu na be task force yeah womu be city response team wa womu be boa na sa polish the operation clean your frontage agenda no etumi abem
aneso so de wanimu no enye 70 feet na 80 enye 80 na 100 obi anu wanimu ye more than 100 it is 70 feet wanimu ha 70 feet no pra honum so 1 meter from wall and so e money
wa fa ye besre Dr. Joseph Sianwe Japan say enipa a wo mu ni adwumaye no wo mu consider wo mu we ye ade a bitidi ses wo mu nya wo mu kura akọ school edu etire kakra ya wo mu eye mranti a wo matu wo mu wasi wo mu be ye adwuma anka no kura be ma unemployment no eswate nti se emeburu
wo mu wie saman school no wo wen
yes sanitation
and saman school for no mo wie no wo wen
ofa wo kura wo de plan aba adentina wo mu mfa saafo no wow
ye won saman school e wo honom eti ukon saman school no a yema wo mo adwumanye
so mu aye
edwuma bi a na bribe uchi obi anu an se wo de ne court na ya fine kakra ni ya jibi gum ma mo nyi jiska ni
dabi of wo mu ekosuansu a environment ne ehun atena ya
dabi ye school of hygiene your friend school of hygiene ni nyina kwabna e ya se me hia papa wata
ene yam masaafo no akwanya wo mu ekọ school of hygiene yamma wo mu sa akwanya no na yamfa wo mu se wo fa sabusumi mpo na se nipa ni nya 500 ana
kwabna diske bebrew nye na yamfa 300 nkonkoma ya fe say communicators wo bunu ayatete ani
na yansa sika no wo mu di a wo mu de yedai
akwabna pa
mati sika kasia kura nsumudi
na kwabna sika kasia na sika kasia no mudi wonu say yankrofo sika nketenkete no mudie yankrofo sika nketenkete hwe
dabio opa sabi
a whole presenter etinkna ha say etimi koko gina hotel $20 ba 22 for ma wo swimming pool no a presenter no no wonya say sika wa hene fa $20 ma 22 for na politician titibia na apena ye oya je kwabra who presenter who grant me $20 e wo hotel tete ayi a 22 for the wanya kese kwanya $100
atugu omuso
presenter me good afternoon Adakabri Mahmudu. I see the show is airborne inside Queensland and I'm enjoying the show with Mama Lou or Camberwell across your Kwendu or Edgware Road at Nana Sly or Walthamstow Prince Sandra and Kofi omo Queensbury and akosua champion or Cancer Green Gloria Opamponsa or Coventry University Patrick Osajefu inside meeting keys Adakabri Mahmudu keep on on Facebook live and what they ever no enti na nakua mo aboaten so na what they aben na nakua mo aboaten asem ne sen was the good afternoon Adakabri Mahmudu lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu has clearly indicated how incompetent he is. How do you lead people to demonstrate for a road which your candidate didn't fix? Where was he in 2009, 2016? In any event, how many MPs has been seen embarking on demonstration to get their roads fixed? I think he just wants to take credit when the road is fixed, but the good people of Medina will not fall for this incompetent MP. NPP, let's maintain Chairman Divan Otu Agoram as the Greater Accra Chairman. Nanekuya Mwabwati, Ablekuma Central, and Odi Fribaye. On Facebook Live, and yet to Mani Manisano, and yet to Mani Manisano, and yet to Mani Manisano.
Wafasano Nama Agroniade. Wafa the last but not the least. Wafa a Juma Bakonswa, and Ka a creti a Juma Mambebuno, a Ada, a Yasongo project. But I am a say, Asumudi,
you played a song.
Asumudi, ni wakura, Rena, what ye, and to qua a sea war.
To Kabisi.
Ya, a positive one in Mebuno. To stand to say, of a Emrantian cura to me, a positive word to your crocra.
I'm begging.
Omo Dawson.
A
triansa reinforcement fee.
I'm begging.
Tema, a buy ya. Omo to me, a recapture. Mebuno. Of a anti a dear problem one a wawa. Omun to me solve. Omun to me solve. Sankia can't say to me. You can't say a year of Boise Gold. No. A year Busuan dear. And yen sanka, you true a more minor and yabi. A femme good in your my dear. Gia dancing and quite a year Busuan dear. There be how? Aha. How? Ain't a bass a gold no I want takwa. Gold na wada mai gold na wa boase no eyo ma mu Ghana de nyina de na ye ma royalties no eno no se ye de etu a wo ma mu ni didi ho no enkyene de ye busua na se ye busua no omu benyi omo ho nti ase no eno eni wa hanti one would have thought to say enka ombema oman na besom no oman na cheska na ma obi anya bie nya no na oman no beso mu a ye de ama Magdana onye adwuma wo ho no want to ase kura na wasafa youth no a wo ho and wonu wo mu ya adwuma enti ada no wo ma mantan enya na sumdwe kakra na wonya adwuma anya ofanyi wo mu na dema no ayo wo man na dema no want to ase se embabu na egu anu mu a eye adwuma no sabi ne busua ni bi anim ana aya boys ya mu hudo nti wo kwaburo kire wo tupa wonam ha ni na papa so pa ma so nya nanum de sade mu be nya adwuma ye losing bonus na ka se to ka ofa sade say no won Ghana ye nye o a discourage ye businessmen for we Ghana ye ebu o mabem ye sa adwuma ya Magdana ye wo we sanko ye sa wokoye wo Togo anaso wokoye wo baby a anka kwosha mfaso anko fu benya wo so adado akiri do hu no but wo fanti say ya na ye bekoso a yesuma anye and discourage businessmen for no yesuma anye yesuma anye ebu mabem yesuma anye ba yire no ho atra sanka krankra obetumi ya adwuma ade aboa entini mu kura mo ye no mo de mo ye kura nru kotokuo baako and yesuma anye tumi tun tini bebre tumi ko dwaman so ade bi kwa ma no ne yesuma anye wafa yesuma anye wafa sasa empenimfo tu hu anabo yesuma anye nipa no ye de ade ama ne se onye enti ade na munya na onye na adwuma yesuma anye yesuma anye ha agene asi enye obi ye no ya gas ya nyobi ya mami nye interview ba ko bia adaroma because businessman na wo ye adwuma ya betiti wo mu na buo mabem meanwhile ya num so ayete wei ye bia provision store kura na gu obi tumi ton nsuo no wa boka wa bra ye nsuo anyi nyina na ye wo ideas ya ye di ye adwuma enti nkofo ni ebi ntuma ne ade a Young happy woman. Oh, will be ye, Juma, not what Nipami and Wakomutia Pamuno Riano. Nanny Pami and Sammy and no Makomutia, but no more Bajuma Rano from. Now was a sunny a Juma Rano, yeah, and Kawuba to me, Benya, Jumani be ye. Or be I didn't want be a Juma, Nanny Pank, Womutia, no more Rieska, no more real bush, and
to win your company, petty, as you say, 20% of your margin, no, a preference. I'm not coming into preference.
Preference.
Obey me a spelling.
Of a preference.
20% of margin in our going to preference. Almost chifum,
or wow, mine. Now would be a Juma, and the pack a tear near Subani. Now you're Bono.
Baba will be a no year more, a toilet, a company be toilet rules. Any other. We are toilet room by fear my at the end of the day, no. None a bedroom toilet room, a man or no doubt one thing. Can you imagine? We are toilet room, just over fear be a miansa. So, a group have enough in a yama on a damn hole, not that one thing. Mammy, you don't want. Toilet room that damn, I don't know that one. In the way, Yansa bear party when it's him. Preference, Quabra preference. Miani Yadon watching Conco Dinko Mokakra. Na yen shese. And nay, there will be a pair Jumaya, and also near Jojo ya na. Trono. Say, open a year private worker ye. Oba, Odo application ba. At this and so be found. So one found. Oh, no, Joe. Na dear Namba say, I fed the Abanya Juman will be pebia ya. Na and no Jojo. Na akwadwo som so a ewo maba wane ne mrante ne bi so ntem wa wie nursing was say government be frɛ yen eno nti ye fa private hospital ne so mra night a also no de 22 year old dey won't be go night ye do boati am ha
Mini ADAKABRI me joso
na awie ho te san de
nyame atom ye ade achi yetumi akoye aprobo weekend ye yie ni ade akwa ba made achi de a na se na de ba twedi ampo.
Ami. Employment ho nhyehyɛ ye de wonim de ɛwɔ ho na miemu so at what point anna me pay adwuma na obi advertising na ma responded to the advertisement na me go processes no say menya adwuma na ye no at what point any e beka say wane me wo obeka say contractual relationship.
Mini ADAKABRI me da se me chia nit fm atifu nyina ene Ghana fu etie enyim awie na em say juma sem no ye ka juma aya na ye ka decent work enye ebi adwuma te se krono bi kronfo bi o kwa ultimate craft is me kwa adwuma ba eno enka ho adwuma emfa animonyam emma sebe nipa ko ye adwuma no eno nka ho but decent work no efi ase free kwan e befa so kra dia faw so enti enka contractual yi ni de ebam emra ma sign krata oye we interview be bia na yese ne be start adwuma comedical odo medical we ni bana say e clear wa no a kire da be start adwuma ho na nka contract no e start
Into the spectacle of brabeto forms online na download na uwia upload na fabrayen na yaji usika say 100 cedis no what does it represent?
And the am say a creation media at the forefront mami because anka juma there obi a obefa na juma no the cost of recruitment enye nipa ne dia wona wo fa wo nipa no the cost of recruitment woka enye nipa na debe obepa juma no ono no bebe the cost of the recruitment entiam de ya de fufuro kakra mami
so what ka say wo a wo pe adwumayefo no the cost of recruitment woka ɛdeɛ ne nkyerɛseɛ bɛn na ɛwɔ hɔ sɛ the cost of recruitment no ɛne deɛ
one will say a juma be a fibia, say a juma papadia, where your budget. And where your budget now, where your salaries, or capital, or a bibia payroll cost near the account. Now we yes, I say now, that's a uber funny part. Normally HR4 in a bayas our budget in Yaba. Be your HR because a few weeks, a buffer nipa, be a 20. Nipa 20, no. Be a recruitment represent a certain cost. It's only say, obey advert in the scat, obey translate why was selected advert normal respond bar why was selected near Omwa, obey invite you for interview and also your cost. We no so we invite you, here. Can't get it in India, can be telegram, the binum letters, and the envelopes not a part of the cost. When we are no, I've been by interview. By interview now, normally, you know, and yet, you must form in a formal interview panel. You are near Kofu be feeling gone. It's an name DNT, depending on the nature of the job. You are near Kofu be a ministry. It's an in DNT net number. Some of phoning in all banner going the cost and you walk up. Oh, Uberman TNT Kakra, we are Jumanos Soprano or Qua. Yeah, the envelope Kakrebi, Amanoma or the call. Nipa Prazo all by interview, no. By interview now, all corner. It says at least the car cardiac. Here was Woka, Utia, the man, Maneko. And no, and a year the cost of it. And Sana, Wababe, all Bano, man training Kakra. Yeah, 1 week. If you try to make 1 month, your mount induction, your child safety arrangements, where you want conditions of service, policies and procedures. What you can induction no the amount. You part of the cost of recruitment.
Inti ene se yes security services for efa nipa utie so a senior minister at the time ne oye senior presidential advisor Nana Asaf Mafo was say abanya dwuma no asa ebi ni hobiem ama ne finance minister Kenneth Kuntunkunku Oforiata eso de abeto so say government payroll asa statistics so ewo University of Ghana Department of Economics they will tell you say finance ministry say afi obedi 72 billion no yedi mu 35 billion na yede ekwako yede benia yede ekwako tuatua ye ho aka na fe nsoso no yede mu 30 billion so tuatua aban adwuma yefo no eso ka they just aka 7 billion obi ni mada 7 billion no kra ye nsa be ka na yede bibia it means practically sika bia ni wa yede ye bibia na fe ye kasi ye for security for the same statistics would want us to believe 300,000 persons come to the job market every year. Na emu 85,000 every various universities. Na abai betimi afa mu 5,000 de pe. Ube kachire ye say security services obia anko GCB obia anko nkoto scratch card yentua se 100 cedis. Na fi omo download we no munye we na emaba wane mrantie atigu mu nyekuma akra enne immigration force wo kumasis baba yara ene ewak okohwe mrantie ya sunlight tade a hihye kra you can tell say obi a wo pa aban adwuma ya santare we no de ba don so betimi de aba no na brantie ba ko no t-shirt enim kanzo ene atwero ho such a spectacle. Where are we heading?
Say you're confused kakra as a nation because the would say was a mauka nana ya safoma kan efa aban adwuma ho wotie ne kan no for attack kan ono poni die po na adwen kakra because ɛne deɛ ɛnɛ nansa yi after aban abɛka kyerɛ yɛn nyinaa sɛ osi 111 hospitals 111 hospitals no osi wie a definitely ɔbɛfa nipa na sɛ finance minister bɛka sɛ aban ntumi mfa nipa bio a na wabisa ho sɛ na 111 yɛsi wie a yɛbɛyɛ dɛn ɛna yɛastafo hospitals no ɛna yɛmɛka sɛ yɛsɛ asɛm bi wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ ɔhene no ɛna ebi nso sɛ ayi sɛbi ɔkyeamia no ebi nso koraa sɛ akoa no na mmom deɛ na sɛ me na metu finance minister no fo a ka me ma no nka ne ɔkaeɛ no because in a way it undermines efforts of government but ne nyinaa nkɔda no me deɛ me feel sɛ aban adwuma deɛ ɛyɛ limited very limited aban atumi afa ever 700,000 this year wokɔ snit na wokɔ check ɔmo yɛ regular contributors ɔmo contribute every month ɔmo adwuma etua ne yeso ntua ma ɔmo a it's just about 3 million plus into 4 million cra aban workers a ewom is between 650 and about 700,000 ne aka no ɛdɔɔso wom no ɛyɛ from the private sector intermediate maybe a maximum mechanism. We shouldn't concentrate on government recruitment because it has a limitation. And you know, the abiding be share private sector no mukina. My private sector net me expand after the parties despite no mu ye, them ko yochum no mu ye, them ko ambamfo no mu ye. And no, and na sebi ebema yen mbabunu no ebema omo enidaso aban adwuma de in fact the hokra no adwuma kra ye no kra ya de foforo yakobi muda yakọ me media fe baako na me dimrika babetra me baby because there's no motivation there aban adwuma ya ukọ private sector na babetra aban adwuma mu a one way ya just say you will regret ever for leaving the private sector for the government work. I think the focus should be in strengthening the private sector, expand a whole and it does one work. And yeah, by Juma.
Now, what should say? Yeah, don't watch it. We are labor expert. Anything who didn't come a availability of spots in the government sector, particularly security sector, that year fenipa. Na nkwadaa ne mmabaawa ne mmerante a yate wɔn agu mmɔntene sɛnka cost of recruitment ɛyɛ adwumakuo no ɛde adeɛ a ɛnɛ ɛyɛ de na immigration no ɛyɛ fire service o wɔn no ɛgye mfasotiri efiri ɛyɛ mmerante ne mmabaawa a wɔn kɔkɔ tuatua saa 100 cities no ɛkɔtotɔ forms
sɛnka me deɛ ne papa mu a nka obiara Oman selecting for interview there. As a company is coming. We have to about 100 cities and assets a day. As something is coming because then yes, now I said the motive for the exercise is something different. So because ordinarily, you try to see a military near the. I mean, they almost throw at their cries. I said, with the baby the physical exercises, no. Yet, with the canvas, white shorts, white top, and now they back. And yet, a council t-shirt. It won't be allowed there. So, it me feel so we should sanitize the system. Sir, quite a fast one as a pesika ama institutions, no, and yeah, acceptable. And we have to move away from there. We should go to a situation now. You bet me determine. See, funny pa. You have said 2,000 year far. Nipa say any a person a examine. I mean, I don't think you want to do more than 50%. And if says your numbers here, you can't watch me. It's going into hundreds of thousands. The bad then crowd wait me any effective or efficient selection.
And I just say atu omoni jojo yama minimum the woma instructions no and above work and baba yara nyina enipa jona double up and o memma o forms so double up na I just said the machine cry immigration near baby a we tufu bi sa na ogina ho ontimi ntum de ka 1 second no ka cho bi say double up na so akohye mawie and so ajojo no kra no a ye jojo womu kuta forms ne page house double up no kra no enye degrading
But I think that they used to have a procedure, a process. Mufaso. The first, next them say obey exams first. Exam new year. Pass it up to a certain way. No? Then you go for the physicals. Yes, sure, the physicals, it take the president over the exams there. Then you likely into Obia nka oba physicals, now at least is about a mile or so closer to selection. Because then you Obia, if it's almost structure, to reduce the numbers.
Because you can not only say you're dehumanizing, but a sign you can say intimidating. One lady I did Mike share and how do you feel? I say I'm so scared. And Ojina Kumasi, I'm saying, oh no, who go I'm so scared. Why never? So I'm so scared. What is that?
They put the fear of God into you. Mekai pass a military academy. Akwala Abiko some time ago. And I'm a costra. Meko soldier ni baako, captain baako. Can't asemi see first day or buy any check. Osi boy, young man, no, we are selecting no. Officer call into military academy. I call I pray. Say the day no. The amount of time I won't did. I said 3 minutes. They say what did you? Hey, wow, sorry. Come on, get up. Yeah, small boy. Oh yeah, na. Debi. I didn't cry on Kubio. No, I funny. Ne say airtight me adi odi ko any chobok na. One packet baby so person coffee. Say your man say Kubio. No, sorry, niema.
As I go here.
No, almost the no. And then make us say, oh yeah, we're passing out. As they say, I'm so my adjutant to say, on the base. So, it's a offer the right process more. You get the right caliber of personnel. Now, so we say, yeah, you don't even give a very good impression of the unit now. Offer panedena kumno.
Na also so yes bra process na fa obey your registration ye hunu also so a enti atade na maba wa ne mrante no omuni bi ombehye ana say omunim how to go into a formal gathering bi of that sort na
so say this we are sina sisa menua ayi na say me call le gon na me hwe nkwalai binom hye chale wote ni ade me say time no bi anfa chale wote and lectures. At least or sandals and now shoe or dress nicely. But say any master. But not me feel say Omakasa institutions Nankasa so to spell out.
The whole bar for dressing say the bra.
How to appear. You just spell out because you'll be a call interviewer and you'll be put a back at you say present yourself well. Wouldn't say at the end of work you have to present yourself well. Into what message did they send out? I am Kwalano de Tanzania Dina Kupio. Nina a subject of questioning and further study. There be a Dachino who try and do the right things.
Ediana Yanshay, the spectacle of 300,000 appearing into the job market every year. Now, a more 85,000 from the various universities. Now, government is able to absorb only 5,000. What should we do?
That's the issue. I don't think I'm the opening with me kind. The future of the youth rests with private sector because that is the only place job creation very elastic. The government side is so inelastic. There's the case the enko my. Now we see a beer factories. You say we should help them to succeed. First 5 years, again, I buy a mom to ensure that they succeed. Are they still going to pay 25% corporate tax in the first 5 years? And I say a better so in the first 5% or zero to ensure says that's the kind of tax, or the best judgment management. But the Juma be even problem and the challenges in the first 5 years. After the first 5 years, the Juma need to meet Jina. There is a tendency and the likelihood that Juma a bit to me that is where we have to actually garner our efforts towards. Because
now what she say? I bet
it's all limited. I buy near sure says for funny per 100 every year. Already the numbers are choked.
Yes. Na emrante ne maba we so no. Ubusa say innovation no ewo hen. Innovation no ewo hen to the extent say wo de eduru anwumre no nsia no nson ekono a. Fa wo car ne shase free. Shiashi. Na just branch of the Legomadina Road, branch off on the right. Now starting from the Allied petrol station here, we nifa so ubunkum so ubun se mukase chick ubun se we so abobobo basic kakra bi chinchinga house ubun se we say wo de be kwa kodru Starbite so na wo hoi wo de be before so be dru American house mrantie so omkwase mrantie mienu so there was kumase wache ache say na wo hwe say abrantie pa kopa ne say the was addressing need ni hu hwam na o gina ho na wate emo de amount we kakra kokko kakra ubeti wani na wo kai for 40 cities na o de amount na de ko imambu sa mo say nese wono kwati mbobobo we mukase chick ubedu na lie ene wo ho enti mrantie ne maba we no innovation and who the branch right across towards Ajirigano Port Belly one chesem kofo bobo yisa Kelewole house what is Rollins if you opposite and woman nyina Villa Villaggio fence Coco Vanilla woman nyina say kama sam mrantie we school no ade yentimi nya wo mo nya yesa no ma na ye nyai emo no ye Coco nyina film kokototo no mo nya bibi neat en shase market entonton sa no ma entimi nya bi mfa mo akonhoma.
ADAKABRI, at the end say in the labor market, there is some displacement that will come into play. It is a some ranty yesterday all over the country. Yemma na almost so sabi omunko school da na omoye wachini emo ne kokoa atutu again. All of them will be displaced. And you have to look at accommodating all the skill sets that you have. How do you do that? And Emma government, a boom. Government nature say yes, I have the wherewithal to run a country. Again, I say na me person meka. Me person meka say this obia why sa kumasi wache. Bia meka say ono ankasa na ne 2 workers na omoye adwuma na say at the end of the month tia sadema we nyina wia isika ne sign na eka nti honanka aban eyiye odebeba ne say okay so wo ye adwuma na wo fa ubi adwuma no matter what it is wo fa nipa 2 a incentive a wo honi wo fa 5 incentive a wo honi. What it does, it motivates people to hire more people. What you say? And then if we do that, then the expansion and yes, I will go displace you be nemum. What is out there now? You are incentivized, expand. So the expansion, no, and I can buy and be 80,000 now. I cannot only ejuma yeno. That to me, edu munina about your friend there. The skill sets that you here to create the jobs.
Yo, Adi, my young share because me the nanka madwene ye me say ya na omusiesie ho ma said you see abobo woodwork no ma ye no mo de nkane abobo mu a na wutumi say I started no akwa London na ko wura Tesco's na ko wura Sainsbury's na say the yesi ahyehyɛ no ma packaging no na pese auto shop mu ho no ma nyina de ko fie the bibia yo fe enti so wo hwɛ mukase chick say the wasi aye kumasi wa che say the wasi aye kelewele house nkania ode abobobo ho no kra na ukwa kelewele oyi ba ko miensa kra de ma no de jo 5 cities this guy say waje ode kro
no for the baby but they are sure no kwa ye hwɛ nipa dodo odo so betumi atwe aba ayi but yesu so no na ye wo a baby aya ye bu no brofum there's a necessity is the mother of invention okay enti wenum nyina creativity has come to play because of necessity enti they need to be encouraged and no there should be a team to help them to set up properly ebi a wenum crap obi a business plan crowd ni bi there should be somebody going to him to help him without paying anything. Help him. How do I help you to structure your business well? So, there should be a unit. As Uncle Fu, you know, I bet to me a target you. A bomb more expanded. If you could be at the location, no cry, enye. Oh, now, Sati, ya buano, ya mano, better location. I'll bet to me accommodate more people. Because I will share Kumasi pa Nesatama, a branch man race course watch na face with Dran, I don't so a queen. Nature say me imagine say me public man 1,000 cities nanka on conco ye non the speciality answer or ye and one monk meku nanka was sign aye queen kakra no ma senka ebekwa na say enko no you be surprised because those the Ghana for nanka sano ye yemi enhwe unya ye na ye odi na ho odi nyina behye ni namfo beba na say isle gon ha ya mahu baby me call her that proper I like the place omo ye our swimming pool keto bi first floor
na mo tete ho
na te ho na obo live band I mean look people are creative the only problem we have here is the way we set up businesses. Too cumbersome. You need too cumbersome for a lot of people.
But here, yes, one can be nice. Say, we share East Legon, would the free ANC more, and they back down to a year star by to way. Profile your joints. Just can you getting oh,
the problem, ADAKABRI, the problem is that all these joints are near the road. And that is the other risk factor that we have to. And you said it should be moved out of the roadside, but it should be accessible enough for people to find the places there. So, but at the same time, such people, do they have access to credit? And what type of credit are we looking at? They say young credit, above from Kakra is about 16%. And so the banks are still charging around 20%. Can we have that lower single digit? So, and that will help because most of these guys are using their lifetime savings to do this kind of business. But better say with business, you use other people's money.
You don't use your own money.
And how are we creating this kind of environment so that we can absorb most of these guys some of them have the ideas, but they don't have the means to start it.
Oh, but one more money febo because na fe na e wa kwa street no adjoining to Sham Elysee Woody Free Ivory Tower and all no na just what me say cappuccino na we na say we dey just say why am na fe right my yen share here don boache chilling message on radio a free a chineko ma obia enko government hospital na obia enko private hospital na ye members no so montena fie mamo madwuma kosi se mo beti se government negotiating team no wo mo no atimi aye de ye pede aman in good faith kura no asade asoso owusu ansa na ekasai nam say ma obi anko government hospital na obi anko private hospital na ye workers ye members so no health workers no montena fie kosi se mo beti se government negotiating team etimi aye de pay at their mind in good faith. Such a chilling message. Every hippenye, you do hippenye.
Make us one very unfortunate because Franklin is someone I know personally. Minim yes, one very unfortunate, and two, it also represents the kind of friends saying disorderliness away in labor environment. Say, Ubagase Ubia sorry, no or union there, you seek the interest of your members through a purposive, planned, actual discussions. And yet, it is your ability to be able to confront the issues through with stakeholders. Because social relationship, the chair says, oh, problem, continue talking about it. Right, and I said, I will read it. Last resort, but some about implementation of CA, payment of market premium near Dina, and yet Omunkwan faces a challenge. There are a lot of institutions are almost facing the same challenge. And then you ask yourself, this woman say almost the Nadia good from Nomun. Then what are we doing to the nation? What you say? Me feel say they should continue to dialogue with their social partners. That is the Ministry of Health and then Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. Because and yet idea is starting there. At the country, any idea starting then I want to say. What you say? I think the statement he made was irresponsible. And I've been trying to get hold of him in San as well. Why should I do my phone? This was here and on frame because me Jean this see a corner a baby.
Now, your labor rules, sequestration. Any Ghana Hana.
Any are saying, oh.
Now, I didn't know that you say, yet me sequestrated the assets of a union. Am I who no maybe ye say, ye can, ye intimi who say, oh, what to rule. Yan fam free ho. Afe yent fie be 3 days. Ye be can announce dates no credit betena fie so that citizens alternative will be betimi aba. And so that ya nya hu bibia kra. Na we dey fitin ya na mo keka ne saa na me ye na busa say na health workers no omo bi ntimi nyare ana.
Azemini ADAKABRI ne ho ne say eya na ayi omo ye adwuma wa na sade na ya na so with the Ministry of Health any fair wages for instance. I don't think that they've also been fair to union no. So, because the negotiation yes with a collective agreement we are the trust in say the responsibility of both parties to respect because we got trust in 3 months collective agreement now unim say and the other now got trust 3 months years now only be agreement what's the conditions of service A, B, C, ne woman, na me implement here. You have to implement it. So what do we implement here? Don't put it in a CA. Because CA various meetings, meeting be minutes. It is a word difficult here. You put it there. Say, oh, Sadia Wage, can to me implement it in the form I'm presenting. To be a BNC. A negotiation. You negotiate strongly and get what you can implement. You don't put things that you can't implement in a year. And for Buo and Ma, a human eye, so, what I just say, any idea has been a by one doctors, they can't the same thing. Almost see and a collective agreement, implementing it fully. For me, it's very unfortunate. And it's about that demands now, union no, a doctor. Can only be free. Now, when you move to me, implementing Kwana Mufaja see. And yes, I saw there, nobody is more, nobody has wait yet. They implementing the CC, they are implementing the next round. Then you're not a woman, no beer with the Senate. The more would you now signing off with the MOU no to now sign it there, you have to implement it. Oh, which is essentially a buy side, you know, a buy any dear it is very difficult to sometimes call a speed a speed. But it's very unfortunate.
You know, I say, dear Ebekro. But for now, dear, yet there was papa, and you would name dear, your flower, your ne only a channel, 1 year to queen years and poor. Why?
Yes, me that's it.
You. Ya don't watch it, and Yanana train and Comono. Were a labor expert. Nampenfonos Watrasi, George Nash of the NDC Watrasi, Benedictum of the MPP Watrasi. Na neat 100.9 FM. Messages kakra so awode fa WhatsApp so no me yankin bia Mystic Wonder Inside and Soma Drojirim. Osi good afternoon Father Kabre Mamudu. Operation Clean Your Frontage is a laudable one, and I hope and pray the government will have the political will to enforce it. And or they abba. I will say ADAKABRI. I greet you, and I'm Sanchi Amekwabanamafu. Offer you are good in history, oh. Kudos. Offer I started working with national identification since day one from the Central Region in July 2008. We ran around the country till 2013, but the exercise ended in futility. This government has started all over again in 2018. We went all over the country till last year, September 2020, when the whole mass registration came to an end. And National Identification Authority again asked us to reapply as usual, which I did. Unfortunately, some applicants have received SMS for an online exams, but I and most of the old workers I know they didn't receive the SMS. That means we have lost any chance in National Identification Authority. Unfortunately, I say that means we have lost any chance in National Identification Authority to work after many years since 2018, since 2008. That's how hypocrisy and dishonesty are some decision makers of government agencies can be when it comes to appointment with fairness. What kind of experience that I did not acquire to work in the NIA that could warrant my disappointment? Wafa. What is watching, Michael Asalaja, and what the free buyer? Oh, ADAKABRI. So what does Francis Sosu want? He became MP almost a year. What has he done for the Lankwantana Medina constituency? Manoba Stephen, Anna or the Ebaye. Mukala Adiya inside Keri. As he please ask the NDC that isn't it better to talk against the truth about the payroll being full as against Mahama, who told us that he's not a magician to give us jobs? And or the Abbey. So. And was he we no more call them Saman, but we rather call them health inspectorate in the sub metros. And what they buy Simon no, and yes, we are to the Saman. Obe Simon, to Obe Simon, yes, we say Obe Saman. Miankana Robo Yamusho Saman for that Saba. All right. Hi, ADAKABRI. Good afternoon. You said immigration have called those applied for the online recruitment. What about the rest? The police, fire, and the prison services? Amufa from Kwashima, and also the Hiano, and Ubu saying. Good afternoon, ADAKABRI. Setting the record straight. The problem with Africa is that those with ideas have no money, and those with money have no ideas. But when those with money collaborate with those with ideas, magical miracles start to happen. Yeah, has a partnership here, you may Yeah, partnership here, you may What about ADAKABRI Mwaha? Over the immigration officer in Kumasi that you see has the experience to share before he died, like putting an old seed on the ground to yield fruits, than he died with his experience. Thank you. And then I said that's what about our region. And or the Ebaye. What's it, Mr. Host? Tell National Identification Authority to give win money to 30 times 1 cities for 2 sure Oh, just a feed the loot with pana. And the Ashama no Samakan. ADAKABRI, tell Kwabnamafu that we are talking about over millions of unemployed graduates, not 3 or 4 family members in power. 1K, Bubiashi, Anna or the a free buy. Oswafa, ask Cocoa Board from me if cocoa price has been increased. You also are a cocoa farmer, Sami Abua, the tier 9 at 660 cities, you know. One Fabi and Kahon, or see you soon, sir. And the Aja will be as working and watum. Young Quajinis and Franco, Patiana. I say, I'm highly disappointed in the MP for Medina, Lawyer Xavier Susu, for leading demonstration against bad roads in his area. Yasangide, Anna Eka say, hey, yo, what is saying? Don't catch a papa. Right. What's it? Wafa. Good afternoon. So, you're number 1 of my father in this F. My name is Emmanuel Kumi, Domi Pilatu. Mate. Kumi, Mr. Midwaka Busiano. Also, Wafa, Ghanaians are praying that they will no more create loot share. The computer visionary Nanado Andani is on track. Ibo and Odebayano. Also, God bless you with long life, always giving your listener history. Ibo and Ode Ifri Tema. Ede Esoso. Right, Ben, me what's nothing.
Of a mid also.
Me chairman, Unchana Minchao. Dino Kraku.
Nash.
Judge!
I've been a dig number.
I've been a dig number. Now, more to say.
Over a mere
Over a yammu.
A
Yammu.
You know all kinds of Mehoya or Kamamuasem. Dear, we to Yamasumu. Yammy, they cannot ask him. Don't be some what to say, dear Sabe. But they are a Sabia crown. Who be sense of what to say, Okosrana. There's a union I want to say, Hoya, Yamiadum. Then Kamamuasem. If we near Babe Casadia, never become a muasem. You say, on the paper, no more much almost script. Into being a beer will be sent as some day for another number.
Okay, near the but quick comment on a Ghana Police Service. Now, armed robbery attacks on a year Techimai road. Just armed robbery, no, a course where now they've made major arrest. War ball just nipa mienu mpokura na atorie na biswe prepra into an operation led by a deputy superintendent of police Uti Frimpong omotimi akoye sa adwuma no na bringing respite to travelers on the wild road. Comment be na be yafa ho
offer ebedas na achia yetifo ya and they can't hear for because we more social media so omo hweye ibi mu tie no na bi mu so hweye ya chia party for company for na naboache minia na naboache mechia no minia sa mi awuku so asebe nka nkrofo be so mo tete ne kon oba
dakra be fa ni hase
oba ya ke dia asembe sha ne kon
mo trust story mo ngunan
oni se ono so de odi ni huni obedi NPP party no animo no as youth organizer no obi ani madwuma so a oboye na okọ organizer obo adwuma a na boache beto ane so ebe so ne nemu e wo youth ho na boache be ko organizer nyame adom president say onkohwe NLA okọ ye nsempia asisi enkrofo bi pese omode no batabata ho but say dey fa meetie wo no o kan ye no de nyame ahira no otamfo ntimi nsɛ no say enkrofo bi adwene say oba NLA ho no omode bibi e ba be foreigner na asɛ ne daache a nyame esoso ebedi ne ho afofi obeyi na free mu enyina na ya chia yuta omoa soso nyame aye omadom omoso atimi abie omadwuma na adwuma sɛm no aban ne bo ne homodene a ye bie adwuma no nyini sɛ aban betimi aye ni nyina e wose youth no so yetimi bo ye homodene na yeso timi bie se de o si bobo ya na abobo port belly ne wache joint ne hwanhwan
mi enkonko ye friend say ekwenkwen ene ye friend say anwamo
ofa unim se menu a medi nachi wɔyɛ produce rice friend of Ghana Rice Master rice local rice ne bi no and the company in the Ghana Rice Master now I do 100 acres of rice ɛwɔ friends Ejura Mampong Ejura you say aba around next 20th year was all harvested and the challenge about one we face here combined harvester over the better harvest because area hono I'm say oh nyina no omodo 2 acres 3 acres 4 acres into such a large way no obi enye hoda eno so omodo 2 ne 3 no omo ade nipa kakra bi omo kwa no makote no mabro mahata no mabro na just omo ehuhu so no dey aba market but this is the time young boy about 37 years with me and you see or sickle cell patient too.
I see
what me go into such business
innovation no
oh yeah no into no the idea ni say odo farm no ewie 100 acre no wanya no we are the ba be feed the rice production or the ba market no
you see
it's a value chain no wa fa ni nyina so the be ya obe reduce cost na atimi aboa farmers outgrowers are afa omo eye farm on omo modua kakra obia wa chicha ma farmers na wo area ho no obia we do 3 4 5 5 na say omo de obon ho modern power ho I think say government planting for food and job no or say government so itimi den eboa no the same thing ye can do and same youth be so wo into fashion o ebi pam niema na bema ba ko so or ma 7 here Tantra Hill Vitara opposite your friend Keble that bia was offer wo de wanti wo wi a wontimi na
sir
it's in a dwuma ho de Keble fashion
I can believe I'm a crime and up and be a
offer me catch any say so ma you show
I am show pa a veteran do kai and one mark aminu asame
into opposite Vitara hotel into young guys who be so acco into fashion design be musu work cosmetics almost
innovation no
push because minimum one locate young girl or a medical student or China covid tama China yeah omoma student ni ba fie no oba fie no ye na adwene se da bi why science akoko lab onim the way a university into obekwa akosua cosmetic ejuma okosua ye no oso one de on for chemicals nye but the natural stuff na be ye into ono de na purely organic ono so young girl ono so LOK cosmetic health and we ono so obon ho modern pa nti so omo nam Instagram boy ya make say oye family ne de no Instagram okwa obehu so the drone akotwa 100 acre land ni nyina
so
ama wo hu say emo no ne da hoi na LOK no so won on so Instagram okwo Keble na on so Instagram wo ho offer Port Valley on so Instagram omo nyina wo manfo betimi ahwe na omo sua bibia film so de be ya abanka kra na oye no omo so ebetimi youth no so betimi aye
abrantia omo ye me refi ni pizza joint no Kumasi so ono ko UST wo wie ye wonko ye aban adwuma da ache se omo ono ankasa ye ni pizza joint I'm so the leading pizza it in the friend am refi
yeah it offer the same thing young girls be call wa UDS omo wie ye no omo wie national service wie no omo yo madwen se da bi omo san madam omo fi down south as in the call
eno maka ho
okwo wa omo fre Kuzi restaurant Kuzi no so wa of okwo ho no ma air condition bibia nice place o
na nim so benya ska
of ska girls ni hwie wo wa no
if you papa wo de eye ahwehwe call eye esremu first no otimi di si abrosa mako 12 Kumasi
you see
what the ahwehwe eti Saturday just what the ahwehwe de ba na obehwe nim kakra no ajo kapre ahwehwe ni anu what the ahwehwe kwetena esremu o si dem mako 12 ahwehwe keka wo de
ko eti sometimes you can create me call wa no mostly okwa se mama's restaurant asama hwan okwa ho na obenya aduane asebe na asem udiminya
ana mama wa ko school
no mo ko school ho mo se omo de omo ma because omo menya adwuma nye nti omo betena se aye restaurant no fa akwa se woni nso ka
aye ken ye da ho tinkra ha se ema ice kenke ni ade na ba ko brikina na ye udru wa so akwansani
akwansani
so utimi se kama papa
it
is a go bit tinkra ha am ye de ho aka de afiri wa brɛ no
Ebra na.
wo ye kwansane wa ase
Exactly. Ofa, am for better. Bruchina anyway, so say we call a year mobile mart na. Bruchina na BCC so mu so ayim.
Omo ba kwansane ne nka ho.
Oh, eti no eye niam youth ni betima engage wo. Aban ne born ho modern. But I was say yes ye bi. Na ebi so wo ho no ma it take time. Et say youth e wo IT. Omo on say IT no answer na obesua no. Ube jimre. You sometimes you need bibia oh yeah ebe mo aduane adi. Now you young graduate who free school mu ba ya where family epese omo we adwuma na akọ ha adwene kakra. He say data science. Ma nkrofo youth ni sika omo ye into data science no. Mo sika pa some of them they are paid in dollars. But it takes time. So sometimes we free affluent family ya. Na abusia sika kakra wo mu a unwene de obedi ho ba bia ode uti beto ho ne atare abehye ho a obetime nya mre asua na saa eniema no untimi fa ho nyim enti yebo youth no abaso omo ye ade omo nkoso ofa makan wa ade no na wo soso ubusa wa kwan so na armed robbery cases a ewo ho no security issues asem e free coming from a pen so areho wo hwede we ya enkrofo bi emrante bi tenase hwe kwan a ombefa so akraft bibi de aye adwuma mu sa no adwuma na bi mu so ete ba bi plan say wo bra wo ho akonya usika aye adwuma nya usika no wo de kwan na ya to ahye wo so na ya beje enansi ya on say is achimota ha ya bisi ha video capture wo mu a boys bi a obi akoyi ni sika free bank enwa na omo akwa attack no the same thing na wa stretch no offer me fra flight esi Tamale afa car station ho baby omo ye interchange government ye interchange no Tamale akọ wa pen na stretch no offer ewaye na esusu ehu ye na ofiri wa asoso na se o kọ burger na fatumu stretch no esusu akwa kwesi burger nti o so minimum ho susu ye na offer honum na ehu sene wa
ewu sene wa to solar
ball anyway no offer honum na de se ball we ndi offer ayi ha se ya techi e fense wenchi a
wenchi bana kwanta
na ukofa ho no mafa ho akọ na ndom pen na mafa damango side no so akọ wa
foforo so damango mole
hoso akọ wa offer sa kwan mienu nyina ye kwan a ewowa na so ehu but ekwan yesu ehu pa wo sa area ho eye wa to burger that to move stretch no of odru ba bia na wa ehu ebo
a police report nini or see a team of personnel from PID led by Deputy Superintendent of Police Uti Prempe arrived in the Bono East region and met with some informants at Kintampo. The informants informed police on the suspects behind the recent highway robberies and kidnappings within and around the Savannah and Bono East regions, especially Bole, Banda Kwanta, New Longro, and their adjoining communities. Following the intelligence at Kintampo, the team proceeded to Sola in the Savannah region, and while the team had tipped off that one Ali Igudu, a notorious armed robber and the leader of the robbery gang in Sola, who together with others robbed and murdered Alhaji Usman Amadou at Nyamia Fichre, a village near Bole, was hiding in a location and mobilizing other robbers to embark on another robbery along the Bole Banda Nkwanta highway. The intelligence also indicated that suspect Ali Igudu, after robbing and murdering Alhaji Usman Amadou, he also murdered Fusaini Galagala, an informant who assisted police to kill one of his accomplices and arrested one other in that robbery and murder case. The police team swiftly moved to the said location and arrested him. He told police on interrogation that the weapons they used in their robbery expeditions were with suspect Idrisu. He subsequently led police to arrest suspect Idrisu, an amputee at different locations. Was an armed robber. Can you imagine? An amputee at different locations within Sola. Suspect Idrisu also told police that the weapons were with suspect Ali Dramani at Boli Sawaba. The team proceeded and arrested suspect Dramani Idi at Boli Sawaba, and on interrogation, he admitted and told police he had gone to hide the weapons at a footpath at the outskirts of Bali along the Bali-Banankwanta road due to their pending operation. Whilst the police were escorting them to the said location to retrieve the weapons, their accomplices had information about the arrest and the presence of strange vehicles and became alert due to a call placed to them. When the team got closer to the location, the suspects asked police to stop the vehicles and work with them as the vehicles could not be driven through the footpath. When team escorting the suspects got closer to the location, their accomplices immediately opened fire on the police, and in the midst of the confusion, the suspects who were leading police suddenly ran into a nearby bush in different directions. The police tactically returned fire, and in the process, bullets hit suspects Idrisu and Dramani, who fell and bled profusely. The other suspects, including suspect Igudu Ali, however, managed to escape into a nearby bush. Whilst the team was conveying the injured suspects to the Jena Government Hospital for treatment, suspect Dramani Idi mentioned his accomplices as Ali, Igudu, and Idrisu, all Fulanis. Suspects Idrisu and Dramani were pronounced dead on arrival by medical officers on duty at Jena Government Hospital. Bodies of the deceased suspects deposited at same hospital mortuary for preservation or autopsy. While efforts are being made to locate suspect Eli Igudu, who escaped with gunshot wound for his arrest. Exhibits to wit, talisman, one SAR-9 foreign pistol was retrieved from scene and retained for investigation. Comments: the general public is advised to report to the police any persons who may show up at any medical or traditional healing facility with gunshot wounds for treatment for his arrest and investigations. The regional commander, Savannah Region, and the crime officer were accordingly informed. Further development will be communicated to you.
Ofa. A year already, statement here already. On say rehopa. No to say a calculated 10.
Kokuma police for no.
Almost say kokuma police for. Say, wo ya betche wo di boni ya betche wo. Na ye do ko akwa retrieve guns na wo dia hide no. Na wo accomplices no mo omuka ne ho no. Ate say o police for ebia 356 and the dika 2 dey ebaye. Enti no mo hwe omo a omo free hide omo beduru ho be time say. Enti yankonkwa ambushi wo mo. Total ambush. Ehu pa. Police for no yankopon ofa. DSP oti frimpong no oti prep. Yes amona baso. Na sebe enko wuye a police ni wuye a na afi na nke ye ba be ma omo medals. Ya be to omo ranks mu. Ta dwumadi a nkrofo ye di enanu yi. Police for ye di o se ye bo mabaso. Especially omo leader no. Say omo timi escape ye. At least omutimi enya nkrofo ni bi shooti wo omo down. Omo ye adwuma so a sebe police adwuma no nye obi a ne betimi aye side. Na I think say police adwuma no omo
yenko nwura mu hokora na mudi wo mo
chi kura no. Ehu
ahade mutimi fa kanko
mumiyesi nante. Ena say nkrofo no omo le ambush ni so omo omochi so omo omonim so omo omuchem unim. Ena sankrofo
ya ka bi kire omo keke o.
Ya ka bi kire omo keke over ebi mu ye adwuma o. Em say sometimes omo was special team for this operation. Omo special team ye police ni bia na search operation. Because so they obi akwa over police for nke be wu no. Because he nkrofo
omo bin ono so aben.
Omo bin omo say nkrofo mo say talisman. Omo retrieve guns any talisman. Talisman omo de ye de. Ubo ni tu ana eprugu.
Ubo ni tu ana eprugu. Na wo police ni so so ni.
Wo so ni hia. Mesi aboabo offer etena aboabo aboabo Naira mosque no opposite ho na yete iman kankani no ye konkwen ni makankani abo nkrofo pa eji anadwo na ofo mukokobọ no wabontene maba
madwane aba
police for ne ba wa the way we see police for ne ye no police ni ba ko there was a night bia na misua de wo veranda no ya bronsan so na misua de satam ss time ye kwa kwotro bi ssc do the socks hye abo ntontom ya toto ne magugata mama ntontom apai di o ti abonte na te say ntontom no
plani tu kura so etimi de ehon ntontom ba
ehon ntontom ba na ntontom no for mo nko omo pem don't film. Obaro pem no is ntontom aka ndu be dress te said here ogwako bobo no na to ho na police for the buy ya omo ba be che robbers no omo ba into hiding no ba ko de so uye ne dan akwa ne ntofom na police ni ba ko ne timi tia no o tia no keke o
oyeye boy na
ofa o tia no keke na akwa ne da fom na o de ne nsa so ne sisi na o te talisman na egu akwa na sa ansa no mutimi e de hankofa egu akwa ne nsa
eye CPP for ne UP for eye NLM for ntoko kumase no na Aswase community center ofoi e baaye na se ne CPP for no so awuram ama omo so ya ka kire omo so akwa no ti se wo de ade bo na ti kopɛ amfa ade mo na ti ko no way enti CPP for no so eweta so ampa ofoi baaye kikiri na omo de blog bo na ti ko otofom say team era UP for ni nyina it is just when you be amena nwura man kan say
inside information over tell me no okono de na ti tare dan yo
wonya na ti ko
da
obi so asa je say wonya no na utimi e de ade awura sabe ne tunimu sa sabta we chete ni be bia te say dade je say de tunimu pe
nti ofa akwa na timi police ni timi tia no ma akwa na tetoye na oti anse no mutimi arrest no nti sankrofo we no amunam kwa nti police fo no so no
tia no ana talisman
free na se anse no mutimi de handcuff because what did that dey no kwa to ne nsa
obete no
yeye boy dey ni bi
obete no
wona be
say si wo sokode eno dey say history
si wo sokode na dey si wo sokode
na akakpo so jeni no
akakpo bi
no so ye den di tuuru ko mu na akua no hu so bullet ni wura akua no di fana na so jeni ni so di aso do hu say bansere na da akua na asere no ese what is abansere no on anti sa abansere na akua no ontumi nkumu ene wote bansere na na tuuru etumi wura ye boy mu wo sokode sa ho na tuuru etumi wura no ansa na wode tie egu no so di petrol was wo se ne honhom kura nse se etre wi ase obaba be yo sama
ye boy so aye bi o
ipekum
oye bi o ADAKABRI na prosi for mra makwan se ugodi aduro no wakotenam
debi no de ADAKABRI onim mamenka aye robbery case bi robbery cases here kokokoso ade bia we need to take it very serious obey mribini it is not going down, it is increasing over 2 decades now. Oti robbery. First nan kente say you first ni pa no wura wo dem no aba besesa wo niam akọ tu nka ho
opportunistic thief
good but say no akwakọ isi wo de tu siwu so
omun so bibia ofiri say wono no wa tafre no ma
nti o de tu siwu so na weja pade. You see, and the people who do that, they have nothing to protect. Oni interest bia ebi oni ba oni yire oni bebi oti oni ejapade bia obo ho ban but wo yire wo ma ebi wo ma 5 omu susua wo nyini wasi wudan kakra bia wotima wo rebon ho ban wo no onkwa ho hiawo esen sa young man no kretu na oni ban ni yire no. So we need to be very, 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 very careful because oni no kopre no ntina police for workers say nipa no ba o si robber no ba o de ni opa bia ye den pama no na bo onkwa ho ban
wo nkwa
wade na bo onkwa ho ban mum ushia am robber te se ni ama me di a ye hu wo traffic mu ya robbers no ba ya wo park ne car nanim na wo yi tu wo ye be biesa bako kura try so be bie passenger side no but it couldn't want to be mbie nti nipa driver no side na obie no de tuo no kire maame no so ase eyen hihye bi a won asoma se won beje ade mfi maame no ho nti wo bie maame ne dan no saa na obie don driver ne don na oye yi pena me se maame ne peja ade no ena ode amma won te se ne won asoma oye awe se wo ba beje bibi afi no ho. That is what I love about it.
Bibi agu so
o anya saa but ne nkwa ho hia no
ade obeka bia be di so
se
tuo ne kita no no
akwa bi di to tete glass ni na ba ko so di to gina ha ono so
ADAKABRI
ba o dia na we
tika na esen
tuo ne kita no no. So what I say, you see, Ghana no, we need to be very, very careful. Na yenam so I say
maybe ADAKABRI for no sorry ya yakata nay am robbery on the Wa road Enti team led by DSP Oti Prempeno. And the year can't to encourage and motivate them.
See, ADAKABRI, the police knows very well, say, Wonga waya robbery no. Wonga dindru. Wonga ko jendru dia bon bang. Into most of the police officers, let me tell you the truth today. The few I know, they don't walk alone. Seriously, they don't walk alone. This is wonga waya Christopher, woje Christo dia officer, konkro wo ho.
To say IGP.
You, say ono the OGP. So what you say, BB say no, different. But apart from that, no, young guys, I know some few people. I can't mention name. One have baby. I will say, George, Charlie. Sometimes say tuni be bakurana. Wakasa chiri tunas and one two. Nti enya wo skukura na ba tuni to me divertina ba also because of sa young local in Druni adinti. Some of them no one equip you. ADAKABRI, we need to.
And also a necessary say. I was a process for dear Dranta normal operations be of that sort.
I know there a police in Nepe. And you're banging him.
And that's only next year. I say,
and it's a police in no police in no. Say a wope, say we bo unko bang. So what I say?
And the system banner, your parents saying, penny for the born who buy. What's a one cast alpha baby born?
The system to protect the police or the security services in this country has been one of the biggest problems that we have. We have problem with this security service because sidearms, I have said it here one day, because I say sidearms, which are supposed to be given to junior ranks, are the war front now, which is a warning. Civilians community. We are not giving them the sidearms. What for ASP are not the sidearm now, man. In Penin, for no what the pistol armor. Now, what the TFE? Now, bullion van ye, sapikapi, police near. Otima obus kan ho bang na odituo na hye ne nantem na tuo no kyerɛsoro nti tam bang no ba beyi sa tuo no apuma sa tuo no ade a kyerɛ nipa no so na sa nipa no onku no dada nti ga side pisla the moment o ye say pe ode na sa hye nkyɛn sɛ oyi ya na ne to yanen oyi pisla na ne to yanen ɛna pese ne kura mpanyimfo no ɛna wode titifie wɔn ada ɛna police ni na okura pese na odi adano wosen kura AK-47 the tini gate ano
oh no the pistol nada
ada pistol no mum no odi ada na wode tuo tintin na chese before eno kura bebre wo ho service kura ye problem sometimes you see them holding it like that omu kroke ento anya adwuma wo kroke anya adwuma so what I say inti system I say you put in place to take care of the security men no? We are not putting those measures to take care of the security men. That is why one ankasa wope who bang bo different apart from say rebemo what friend said vest bulletproof ne sa niama kade na say wode ma won fa ma won. Nti the best way this is say wope won kwan e bi say wofa achiri kakra na wope kwan bi so na wode bon ho ban. As you say Ghana baby a Ghana rekono. People are doing things with impunity. ADAKABRI be if they can say nka mo beti asem bone.
Aden.
What to be bo me wo kwan so. Yeah. Zongo Junction
moto
Masalachi
apanyini so
me bag
oh
bag a me de bag
ateto bag nyina
the bag ni nyina oh bag ni na esen me ha say it be twem say the motor was coming from the wrong direction who say ufi adentana wo ba down say it me cross no I was watching left
because
Honda meaning say car be betumi not to na motor no fi me right. If you right to lucky me crosses into a bomb and enemy bag no enemy sase into one bomb in the moon or bombing to be crosses every bomb and nang me bag in and on no tissue into a tissue that me bag and won't say me bag na into a tissue na oh yeah no so one patch of mamma baby on no creepy or the bano and I can say send ye the me bag no fear what ton bag be wa bags into the question to bag ni bibra na me family mangum me nkwa na hu hia me minkwa kura media bitumi ka say ene oh na asenia wabre no ho ase oya yi kakra oh na ADAKABRI me kame papa masha guy no nso
ananaka
mi se masha no nso
ojare jaro atoro
mi se masha no nso ADAKABRI masha kwa mi se bishana ADAKABRI menka ADAKABRI
Rollins via ni mo no majiriga no na wo de moto akobo obi Honda yen register Branke. What the boy to a ɛna ɔno wakɔfa ka no ne Honda de gyina nkyɛn. Ɛka ho asɛm na wagya moto na to kwan ne mfimfini. Eti nyame nko a sɛ nyɛ sɛ no mani da fam ɛna me ha me sɛ me hwɛ wɔ ne Honda ne no a yɛsɛ ka me kɔhuri fa moto no so. Afei me hu ne ya twoo ko gyina moto no anim tɛ no. On to boise. On
no say blame.
Me see ni si nka obetino na me nti usho.
Moto for no.
Obetina me nti usho.
Bi adwuma special delivery for no. And na bi mo so didi nsemo ne. On say ye ka no. Say you to no was sustainable job a. Offer say o ka business yi. Say adwuma yi.
300,000 persons come onto the job market every year. Of the 300,000, 85,000 are from the various universities. And the government of Ghana is able to absorb not more than 5,000 of such persons. So we have 215,000 who are not university graduates. And then we would have a further 80,000 who are university graduates but are unable to be counted amongst the 5,000. Where are we heading?
ADAKABRI. Oh, is it me or?
Okay.
ADAKABRI. One of the greatest problem adokro Ghana for some time now is employment. It is a young political race, Ubia ba will take advantage of it. Because he knows, he said, that is the problem. By employment. Ubia politicians, Ubia ba also say, maybe I'm coming to create jobs. Maybe create jumama. Mebunu enye jumaye. In 1992, when we are nayati, Ubi obeba bia, I'm coming to create jobs. And juma me be creating, me be create jumama mebunu nyina ho ato. That is the way they talk to us. That is the way the politicians speak. Yatibi and nimenimi ya. What we heard and what we are seeing today, ADAKABRI asefim. The other they argue with you here about this one this, one that, one village, one dam, and one district, one factory, and planting for food and jobs. Are we seeing the impact? Are we feeling the impact as Ghanaians? These are the questions we should be asking. ADAKABRI, look, some time pass. The bank, one hour can sika or bank. What can sika no? Now we phone for leavers. And the bar A level. And ne sa bank tokuro kakra kitwano. Tokuro kitwana sa buobi na wanga bo bank ni muno. Se ubenya kwenya kotra sa bank ho sa tokuro sa ntabo gateway na wanga bono aka sika. Je se ukura first degree.
Of them have masters.
Thank you. Ebi kura masters. Na wakwa kotra sa dakatonum na waka sika. Sika kango. Sika ukan sika go to Makola. Obi nko school da. On see classroom da. Okan ni sika pepe on board kada. Esu ne bank before ma waka sika. Just ukura first degree. Inti yenga ya ka JSS fo no. Na secondary school fo na ne ye produce won bibiri no. Den na ka esi ye de be ma won den.
Na taba ye be fa do akọ campaign no. Ye hwe certificate.
ADAKABRI debi. You show certificate. But you see, the major problem it's not about creating, creating the job is okay. Like one this one factory here, me DH no me call Madina it was amalgamated feed, the ben factory here. It is good. But how many people that thing employed? In say adibia, you better radio so na better baby dia hwa ye ho say ye creative factory wo Madina. It has employed just 50 people. You see, 50 direct employment and then 200 indirect employment. Yembisa ya say, nipa 50 na factory na for omu wo Madina hono. Are they going to get skills and come out and retrain people? These are the things we should be looking at. ADAKABRI, it is about time we get skills, we give the skills to the people, and then they themselves create the job. Assuming say nipa 50 year, yedi won ko amalgamated food processing factory is a feed factory. These 50 people are going there purposely to go and train and come out and come and establish something. Na se sa nipa 50 amalgamated etumi for nipa 50. Na se sa nipa 50 isu biba out ebe create bibi kakra. Na se wotumi for nipa be 3 pa. ADAKABRI 3 times 50 and now 4 times 50 no. Ebe ya he. Yes, I expanded one DC one factory. Ye dibia kwa share Kasapreko. Ya expanded Kasapreko. Kasapreko afenipa. Nipa kasapreko afa won no. Are they going to work or kwa ye adwuma ko pension? Ana se adwuma no kwa no wokosua bibi e wo kasapreko. Na won ankasa won aba be bie adwuma na won aba be ye na won afa nkrofo ana. That is why the previous administration led by John Dramani Mahama said something. And this book, ADAKABRI, I have always been mentioning this book to you. It's a get skills and create job. Get the skills. And then you do what? You create the job.
How do you get the skills?
The skills is that we have models. The other day I mentioned the models, people models, baby. I said, look, the National Youth Authority.
And I do you can't sing.
One to me, I can't education to me aka hwe I say when offer ya oka tell me say offer bugu asem oka ya T40 and say models na president Kufuor and the fine go see that is all. But I told you say these are models and this yebetu bi yebetu model bi to say OIC. It was established in 1971 to train people. Look, BBT say youth enterprise support. Yes, youth enterprise support, you know, it's a government of Ghana initiative which was established in August 2014. What I say, with a seed capital of 10 million to assist Ghanaians, young Ghanaians. And the program was agriculture and agribusiness, food processing, marketing, and a cottage industry, manufacturing, ICT, service business, and a building and construction. You see, these are skills. The person will come out and create jobs. And there were models, a lot of models. Just say, ADAKABRI say, we are going to get a lot of skilled, trained youth entrepreneurs. They will do their own businesses and they will not rely on the government. BBT say, youth in agri product. In that program, no, NDC are buying in 2013, FNIPA 23,000.
No way.
Find out. You see, I am saying this, and this is a record. Go to youth. Yes. Find out. The records are there clearly. He has abandoned all these ones. I will see who created Juma. How are you creating the job? Go to the place. You get the records. Say, Nabi, can what you say? I should come and sit here. Go to OIC. Go to OIC. The records are there for you to go and find out. Say, abandoned than a Juma or
OIC na a youth in agri.
The BDB say OIC no. The BDB say it's a modeler.
Now can say 23,000 has graduated from the youth in agri business.
Yeah, youth in agri business. Who's a way? They are in they are Ghana. When Mahama grew about 110 million seedlings of cocoa. Ghana. When we were talking about youth in agribusiness, no, we were doing proper business. We were not Yambekase Brodebu. We were doing proper. Why you say Brodea ya debia a program a seasonal product. Sorry, I must say Brodebu Wafa. Ain't na Brodebu. No, youth in agribusiness is a program. Our government established here. It's an initiative aimed at motivating the youth to embrace farming, food production as a commercial venture. We na bawuma. Say a buying or buy what actually also buying planting for food and job. And to say we cannot see it. We can't see anything. And we have a lot of programs. A bit to say Maslow. What has happened to Maslow? Bibia ye jano e ho na wo. Nyama ye jaye sada jida tricycles. Oh me say a old model. Ye buy and ye be share mukina. And we did a lot. Me say na do buy say Maslow is not working. Me say about motor tricycles a year.
One year ya wo beto ye.
Governance is about continuity.
One year
abandada no. And the year na NDC buy obeshe mukina. Tisenia MPP buy Tisenia 2007 Mukati sold just sold for Buidam. Mudia soko psi ho kekeo for Buidam. N1 8 years want to be Buidam. It was Mukati sold keke. It was Mahama, Mills Mahama. I'm telling you, that is
of all things.
Yeah, but Buidam started which year?
Which year? Maybe before.
Buidam, which year? I said 2006 or 2007. Buidam, it was 2007. Mills Mahama, and the big year completed that project.
Buidam home peninsula. Papa be a friend of Pompeo. No, never number mount. Two friend, no one calls a papa. The some Beffy, my year young quay. Now, Ubun's upon view, as some obeti as my catcher, and you be that what yana. Buidam one a market in the Japan and a Lexus 420. And if you want to buy on best say no, what yana. I'm a minty.
ADAKABRI, some American member, but say, which year and you started Buidam? And a year bang the year. I'm telling you that you can't sort on Buidam. Before didn't we didn't consult with them. Yeah, but we didn't because I remember we called President Kufuor to be part of the commission.
Yes,
though he didn't play a role in it. But
what's his name?
The majority role was played by NDC. Hey, ADAKABRI. Majority was done by NDC. It is true. Buidam came after the second term. Second term of MPP and a Buidam by. Airport. Up to now. Not to me. Commission airport.
Over motor no. Over. Ejuma hu sense motor hu sense bi. O se na sha be chena. Kese motor abo no.
Uye ne paboni nka motor no so bo na kwantimi anka do kai.
Uze. Ebe ka chese. O so be chena company motor. Enyi okada motor ya na bobo no. Okada Mahama, former president Mahama. Esi odi okada business obebe ebe legalizing wo Ghana ha. Ama mrante ne emabunu wo Ghana ha enya adwuma ye. Adwuma what me propose from opposition. Ene say obe legalize okada. Ama mrante ne mabawa abe okada adwuma. Enu bi na abo omo communicator minia Nash. And all complaining obese boy no to bag mano.
Everybody in the
you motor na board no. Ne bag na say na boy no.
Metaphor from.
Obese boy no. Eto bag ni mano.
Too diabolical. Very diabolical.
Ofa.
Accept the whole can Mimi motor ni bag accept na okay.
Boy na. Odi motor ni bo na ahye no. We motor adwuma. Na all pay fast route dia ko ba bia all ko no. Ene so de kobo no. Na se moto adwuma ne sika wo mu a nka ne bag no nko nwane wo ho. Moto adwuma no se sika wo mu a nko de ball na ahye ne bag nash bag tito ye no.
Anako ya musa na show. O de ball no uto form. Anto form. Na ojina de ojina.
Balance.
Oba. Eno say moto adwuma na boys ni ye no e ni mi no mo de ye
agwaro bi shiaru bi wa o
obetina mi dem over
na mecha da pa nti time no ye mecha da pa ko gina ho
asema wo kan
o kada yi
dampariate
sa moto adwuma yi e bon crofo onye ni tire dedim e kun crofo omo ba bi kwa moto adwuma yi emrante na etete so na ewuwo asuso sa adwuma yi na eye adwuma NDC ewo opposition omaba ban mu da owura Mahama edi anim ka che Ghana fo se owo adwuma bi ema Ghana fo ma no oba moto adwuma no oba be hye kina ato moto ama omo licenses legalize ama omo de eye adwuma ni ro afi se ne mabia ntwi sa moto yi bi ni ro afi se moto ekun enkrofo emabunu esene ka ewo krom ha moto adwuma yi ene adwuma NDC ba be create. You shouldn't forget say kama NDC wo aban mu no na ye ka adwuma asem omo minister eba be ka kire ye say yenko sesa abo ne fa megu kwan ho na mrante enton abo kwan ho omo ka kire ye say yenko kwan ho nkotwa enwura grass emegu kwan ho na nkrofo meto eno na adwuma no omuso mu kreti ama ye
na onim sika wum
Mr. Mahama former president DNDC anim a omo opposition ye wia no ontimi nka abakra di wia no eso se ye wia no okọ a onka figure ye di wia no wose oni figure no e oyisi ho afa die ye buti anu wie ye die onye figure no afa wose 1 million votes e se na unim se ye wia 1 million votes e na akọ court no ontimi nka nche judges se
omo ko conference tactics barristers no ebe use no ono oni say in it omo se kwan we ne be fa so e de aye say nti omo anko say wo omo kwa akoka omo ko simply procurement my friend say proclamation of the results by the EC commissioner and constitutional
o calculate o collate figures from polling station na ba constituency coalition center na ba be do national for nkrofo ko tena ase omo ko num ti omo anu biscuit omo complaining omo free ho
o se result sia
uwiye
ekwan be ne ye papa mama mrante no
na me kan ba send pay me ba send pay si amane medi anim send pay ro mahama o hwe ha 2016 November 30th 2016 was a government responsibility is not to create jobs. The Ro Mahama head in the government has no jobs for you. Any o say aban no
government or job mo bi.
And no can no ye dey yenim say o job ma Ghana for.
Anya na mo say ayeman.
Ye say ye wo bi ye de mo mu na ye fa binti ayema. Ye say bi ni ho.
Enti obi dey say rich hospital. Tama omo be sin fofure no. Na owo 11 doctors. Now our 87 nurses. You see a rich hospital. You see the for we no. Okuta over 100 doctors. And okuta 800 nurses. Two busa say then a rich hospital. Utimi move from 87 nurses to over 800 doctors and nurses. Now or the free a friend saying 11 doctors. Edeko over 100 doctors.
Expansion. Expanded already existing. I was say expansion. But make me my baba can cry ye fa so NPP ye fa so ama maburu na djuma. Ama Ghana for djuma. Ama omo da achi Ghana da achi ye. And I make catch o say Ro Mahama e ka kire Ghana youth to say oni job bia de ma omo. O say be kan say
ya to abana ma o.
O say I am not a magician. What's one of the only good aduma edema hono.
Ya to abana ma ye pa adwuma mamra.
Good for to say under a magician. Good for to say under our job. Emma ba wa ne mrante. Enu ntina was say ansa na ye wiase kono. Ye hwe ye bon kwonti ahwe ye nimu no. Ye be hu say emrante hia skills bi. Emma ba wa hia skills bi for the future job. Enu ntina even SS ye change curriculum no. Ama omo ye training to serve current purpose. Say the be ya new trend of way of doing things, you know.
OVSS no be dey.
The make can say enne
OVSS be dey.
The make can say enne
OVSS be dey.
Obi OVSS bia.
University kwa no be ye den no
OVSS bia no.
E dey betimi aye.
Say okokosua tailoring na.
Only skills.
Okokosua
tailoring we SS.
The make can say okokos OVSS no.
OVSS and we visual art we be dey.
Oye visual art. Enne your art centers ah. Ya shemukina. Enne
and the done we need opportunity industrialization and the dahono.
We book here.
Me see. Let me tell you what they do. Look at what they do. They can go there.
Relax.
And also already any is otin o want.
And I make say any me na me na dit ya. Akwaro book we of all kind green book.
They be where state property.
Red, white, green.
Where state property. Don't play with the book.
That book way NPP project before buy ye Ghana for mark for who a crime on buy obey ye ni na NDC for capture no book we.
Youth enterprise support.
And almost about catcher will say you are modia. Omutimi na no madwene no almost ada asunda ye. Eti
adwuma no we hen
adwuma ye ne say planting for food and jobs all bastardizing no planting for food and jobs all bastardizing no
ye ni pa
ye ya baba ye ni Ghana Agric ayede you provide seedlings you provide all the equipment farmers here ama omo no matim de aye omo adwuma ye ka kire you to say Agric adwuma enye say over second akwa afuom akwa kodo nko a na emom ye wo value chain ene obi edo wa afuom no obi de ene say ofafre afuom ho aba edwa so obi de ene say anuane abegu dwa so no ono so ba be package na o package wi a waton enkrofo esua hawa yesi e market product ewo internet ene omo ye online marketing. This is how you create jobs. And then you see one district, one factory. Unia na say kasa NDC communicator or say a bit me fenipa 50. Na yam pa companies a fenipa bebre. Na nipa 50 adwuma na de company no nu kwa say ye encourage. Wey yetimi create companies 500. Na say bia 50 on fa multiply.
They be make picture say nipa 50 na. They should go omunkoji skills. Omunya skills na.
Right from school, right from university, you don't have the skills. Right from university, uni skills how they hear juma. Oba juma ma, afe na ye oriental, ye training, say the be obenya the actual skills o de be hear juma no wo ho. Enti nkrofo omu ko 50, uji dis omunya na be retire wo sa juma nim. Ebi be out with their skills. Omu so de ba be ye omu juma. Enti no, ye encourage government to say one district, one factory juma no. Onye mwa enkrofo ankrenkro onpese omuba ebedi omusika be hye sa adwuma nim no omu bia adwuma ema district bia sebe yenye adwuma ewo ho companies na bia ntimi fa 50 ewo district bia over Ghana how many districts
162
districts 162 districts 262 one district bia wo one factory a fa ni pa 50 of a minimum or multiply the number of jobs I create. Multiply mame. 262 districts.
How many districts?
Let's say what district 262 multiply by 50.
And it will be 50 workers. And 262 by 50. Ebenya 13,000.
13,000 jobs.
Adakabre. Okay, now this number of people, assuming they've gone to get skills to come and teach people.
Say, is that
what is going to be the number?
School. But make sure say when the people acquire the skills, they need capital.
That is why the government is there.
I give you skills. Adwuma no besa twa omuka na omotimi asiesika
Mahama establishing yes or the 10 million Ghana cedis as a seed for action. Am I firm me blue training
aka say okoye adwuma there's no job like yes
ema omunsa no adwuma
ebi ni ho okay say ye dey 400 cedis bibia nkoso yi ma me bia so de ye mpraku ni ye ka che say Ghana for say asana e dey be gina parliament ema ne sorry gina ni pelin foreign dignitaries amanfo from no ne ambassadors enyina wo parliament ni e mo bi 400 cedis yet me abodwa e parliament afro ni ba cross ampaduma yetima kretini the man 400 so on nyen mpraku
na say ene
otompraku ma
waye dia konanim waye dia konanim
abai bi bai asana wo mamiensa meba asana o mamiensa ene man 400 cedis so on nyen mpraku abai bi bai wo fa yuta ono ni ba onware da hey
said what mechi
said what wachi of afefefe ye na no peboy say youth employment any napco say youth na onware ye oni ba o depend on so ye twene ka 700 cedis and this 40 na Ghana ha ka kire say sika na ye twene peanut it's nothing
napco
no asana
kramonit mi nya imprako
asana nwa onu gro onye Onse Mahama
na Quran the Quran has no embellishing
over asana
bi se mama ka kire me se Quran kire se wuduru ba bi na se duan bi eni ho a obedi na se pelekunam na wo ho a and you have no choice di na je wonkwa
Ofa.
Yes,
Asana.
What's it?
Oh, mechanical run for
me say.
Of any for
the Islamic cleric. Now,
Mr. Flobino, say, who could do baby? That's a com. Eduane bi eni ho na say ye preko na me chese na bi this
hala ebi anan nam no ya nya ne hala
adakabre adakabre me bisa o se duan
halami
adakabre o se duan bi eni ho o se duan bi eni ho
choba na wunnim se nam no ye ne hala na so anya ne hala dia eye choba enti na we die preko dia me
adakabre me say what se bisa o betu me bisa se what se na ekopo na wo ho
na duan bi eni ho na me jira so parliament ho
repreko no
job creation asana asam ye na ofa me go so ameka me nyaa asana asam ka asana me so o ma me enso o ofa tie de me scenario na me ma no o ma me enso o kunu eni ama na 400 cedis o mfanya adwuma ye se create job ama no
be ma ba ko ma me no
400 cedis
almost so at the time
na make no
almost so obi a 15
can say
when you be na mo ni jam be ni ma no
enti abema ofri
one man analysis don't waste time again
do fa dia batum so me
because you are doing it as if say a waste of time
do fa dia ba no kra na be boa
ma me no
enti tubo na me kama 20 asana no o se e ma no impreko mienu obi
mienu be ma ba ko
obi aba
baba 15
ba ko bi aba 15 of our 15 eh assumption how ma
the 10
they make answer into assumption how ma even with that
20
obi e man 400 cedis
obi obeton ba ko
and obi e man 700 cedis o pa kire say only ba ko ntimi ni 300 cedis and for 400 cedis nyam preko tina make say the order ba no
o final comment you saying
e ma me no any say ye create jobs jobs na ye create no sabe obi pese osua wasa na wa chia ne pa no pese osua kasa so na abo ne hwene enkrofo bi ntimi nanso da ye enti no sa de obeye bia no o se yenye asan na de 400 cedis o mo se yeye young boy ya na young girl of free university aba ya man 700 cedis no bro 400 cedis ne so no o mo se no nenye enke ya ma murante ni mabawa enti na fie ofa me years to 2013 university 2013 confirmation me national service that time yes service wie ya no mo de embago bae that period na so na nurses are and any doctors are health service workers are na omutimi kraka ba and I'm say why adwuma for some time no utimi yi no kwa without yin charges no taxes no government dey communicate ba say sa anyama no ye ntwam samre na mu samre no owie school na dum so ho na ya be ma na wodadem na ye dum kania na wo hwe tv a ye dum kania e ti say the other bonsam jam samre no omka kire say omutimi nya adwuma ma ye se samre no na bo ho e na bo adwuma no e fa ye ne me 700 cedis a me diri say mrante bebre ne omanyini omaye am robbery e no omotomente Ghanaians no at the end of the day en ko ma omutimi ebobo eska no ko ye
adakabre George Ghana fo nyina ni tua ye hu say Kumasi shoe factory e NDC Gihok then make what say e NDC mama bai etumi afa nipa more than 200 we all know and then Accra the oil the oil the gas the Ghana national gas Ghana national gas processing Ghana national oh chale kase mutwasen abewu
okay yapon
oil and gas 7,000 jobs
who brought the oil yeah the oil ba na mo say ya
not processing factory e wo bupe
yeah the oil ba ya say to oil no mo say ya do
factory e wo bupe
yetimi estate oil industry o Ghana ha
won say wo ye dede
emene
unya yema wa kwanya wetu adakabre
that gas factory ya
100,000 UV ye dede etiefo am
gas
yes
are you not ashamed of yourself
sanitation ye for nipa 45,000 adakabre I'm educating listen sanitation sanitation ye for nipa 45,000 security services mobile ye for nipa 5,000 we ya nyali jambori